Thomas! It's up for grabs now! Thomas! Right at the end!
And it's Tony Adams put through by Steve Ball. Would you believe it? Walter! Patrick Vieira is in for Arsenal and sweeps it home. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. He stripped it away from Carr. Henry!
And it's Arsenal! Arsenal FC! And my fun can see!
It's time to go!
Hello, everybody. Hello, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Hope you're all well. Bit of a serious stream tonight. Thank you for tuning in. 95 of you in the chat already. Much appreciated. Who says we're dead? Before I say what I need to say, let me just quickly give you guys a shout out because this channel is all about you. It's not about me or anyone else. So I'm going to start from the top. Gibraltar Guard LG. Big up yourself. Tony Kelly's in the chat. M2 Snaggy's in the chat. Jimmy D's in the chat. Craig Malloy, Default Dude. Realist TV. Big up yourself, mate. Default Dude. Omar. Who else we got? Belly Upper. MJ. Hope you're well, mate. Lacopa or Lacopa. Hope you're good. David P's in the chat. Tony Blackwell, my guy, Tone. Hope you're good, Tone. David P's in the chat. AJ Bytes in the chat. Ronan O'Donnell's in the chat. God, we've got some new people tonight. Lovely. Jordan Jones in the chat. AJ Byatt. Rich Guitar Gamer. Hope you're good, mate. Chris Davidson's in the chat. My mate Chris, hope you're well. Khan O'Connor, big up Khan. Steve RFC7's in the chat. Jeff Cross is in the chat. Steve, I've said your name before. I'll say it again. Steve RFC7 in the chat. Ding Dong's in the chat. Hope you're good, mate. Almost there, guys. Almost there. The lovely Joanne Smith. Hello, Joanne. Hope you're good, darling. Sweethearts. We've got Warren's team talk. Warren, who takes no prisoners. Warren's in the chat. Hope you're well, Warren. And I think that is about it. No, it's not. The McChronicle's in the chat. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Evan, hope you're good, mate. Sam Dunstar. Big up yourself, Sam. Hope you're good, mate. Chaos is in the chat. Curtis Bissett's in the chat. RV's in the chat. Simon Ike's in the chat. Super Mario Gamer 101's in the chat. OG Slim's in the chat. Right, I think that's about it. Simon Ike, did I say you? Sam Brooks, Aston, Nev. Cool, we have got some new people. Lovely. Daniel He. And I think that is about it. Oh, Liam Damo. Where you been, Liam? Where you been, mate? Joshua Collins, GT Playboy. Sick name. Right. How could I forget you? The lovely Zoe Thomas. Big up, Zoe. Hope you're well, darling. Fraser Matthews in the chat. Matthew House in the chat. Tapas Lego Pulis is in the chat. Randy Viper, my cousin, my bro, my family, my blood. He's in the chat as well. More than a wheelchair. Big up yourself. LFC Redium. Redem to blood clot. Hope you're good, mate. Liam R97's in the chat. Mike England's in the chat. Chelsea 60 Arsenal's in the chat. And I think that Jake Simister's in the chat. Big up, Jake. Chris Slater's in the chat. Danny Slater's in the chat. Oh, my God, brothers. I think that is about... Well, no, that is about it. That is about it. Because I'll just go on all night. We do have a first super chat of the night. I'm going to come to this. Randy, it had to be you, my cousin, my brother, my bro, my family, my blood. Come on. Let me just get this one out of the way. Randy Viper, thank you very much, mate. Do you know what? In a minute, if you guys can bear with me, I will prove to you that I actually do have steak, right? I've got a fridge full of it. I'll go and grab it in a minute just to prove to you that I'm not blagging you. Randy Viper, thank you very much, mate. I love you, Randy. You know how much I do. It's too late to apologise. It's too late. Steak time. Come on. As soon as this stream ends, I shall be doing this steak. Otherwise, it would be too early to eat. I like to eat late. But Randy, thank you very much, mate. Listen, judging by the title, I know a lot of you guys have been eager to find out what it is I'm apologising for. As I said to you earlier on, this is a bit of a serious stream. So here goes. It's come to my attention from speaking to a certain someone that I have been going a bit hard, and I've crossed the line when it comes to this club and when it comes to Mikel Arteta. So with that in mind, I felt I needed to apologise. Do you know what? I can't even keep a straight face when I'm saying this. I'm talking rubbish, guys. Trust me. I only apologize. Listen, I'm apologising for two things. Number one, I apologise because clearly I didn't go in hard enough on this crap club and this piss poor manager. But you know what? The main apology I want to give you guys was I'm so sorry you had to sit through that crap last night. And that is really why I'm apologising. So I thought about it and I thought, you know what? Let me just try and go along, try and run a little joke with you guys. But you know what? I can't even keep a straight face. I'm so sorry. I just can't do it. So, yeah, listen, the main reason why I'm apologising, it's not clickbait or nothing like that. I genuinely do want to apologise to you guys who lost about an hour of your lives, right, by tuning into that drivel last night by my co-host. Terence never told me he was going live last night. Yeah, didn't tell me. So obviously, because I would have loved to have jumped on. I did have a couple of people message me saying, Deezer, where are you? Come on, come and save us. But yeah, he obviously done a bit of a slippery one, and he come on without telling me. He knew I was out, by the way. So obviously, because he knows if I'd have come on, it would have been game over for him. So listen, what we're going to do, because clearly I can talk about Arsenal, I can talk about this manager all day. What you guys witnessed last night was nothing but a prayer. It was a prayer. Yeah. Now we all know how deluded this guy is. Yeah. I love Terence to bits, very good friend of mine. But you know what? When it comes to Arsenal and when it comes to the stream and when it comes to YouTube, for me, the friendships, it goes out the window. Yeah. Once this stream ends, we're friends. But guys, don't get it twisted. The amount of times me and him battle on here and it spills over onto the phone. Yeah. This is not blagging you. This is not fake. This man genuinely thinks all this. Yeah. What you saw last night, that's not Terence being an actor. He believes all of that, right? Believes all of it. The amount of rows we've had on the phone, he's even hung up on me because I've told him facts, yeah? And I watched it last night when I got back from being out, and I had my butter-kissed sweet popcorn, and I could not believe what I was hearing. And do you know what? I thought to myself, do you know what? In the past, several weeks ago, when I done a stream and I buried him, yeah, and I know all you guys were asking for, when's, Terence he has to have a comeback. He's got to come back at me. And we ended up waiting 4 days. Was it 4 days for him to think of something to say and come back? I don't need any of that stuff. I don't need any of that. I'm back here the day after, the night after that stream he done. Done it last night. I'm here right now. I don't need to hide. I don't need to prep. I don't need to write anything on the pad. Yeah, because what I'm telling you guys is absolute facts. Yeah, facts. And what we're going to do is we're going to delve into exactly what he said last night. Yeah, because I honestly thought 2.5 weeks he's been away. Time to reflect. Time to sit back. Yeah, be an outsider looking in. Yeah, you can't defend this anymore. You can't. Somehow last night we all saw that he in his head, it can be defended. Edu's interview can be defended. Mikel Arteta can be defended. Now, we all know Terence is sucking this man off. We all know that. Yeah, we all know there's something going on there. Yeah, the amount of times he says, I'm good looking and I'm the big man and I'm starting to think maybe he fancies me, right? He knows I'm not that way inclined. But anyway, leave him to Mikel. Let him do what he's got to do with Mikel. Right, but we're going to, delve into it. The one thing I will say as well, my good friend Lee Gunner, I did speak to Lee earlier on, and myself and Lee were crying to each other down the phone because obviously we were saying to each other, we can't believe that Terence dug us out last night. That is so unfair, and it really hurt us, guys. It really hurt us. We was, Terence has got us on this pedestal of where the leaders of the Arteta are out. And, if you don't want Arteta in, that's because you're copying and you're following Diesel and you're following Lee Gunner. I've never heard so much rubbish in my entire life. And do you know what? I'm sitting there. I don't know about you guys. I'm sitting there. And do you know what? So much of that last night, I honestly thought to myself, this man's on drugs. He's smoking something. He's either had a drink, yeah, He's had a drink, his drink has been spiked, or he smoked something that is so strong, Yeah, he's probably on a pill. He's probably had a mushroom or something. He's had something, because some of what he was, sorry, let me retract that. All of what he was saying last night was absolutely, it was rubbish. And do you know what? The stream I did, was it yesterday? The stream I did yesterday, where I called Mikel Arteta a comedian. I think we found ourselves a comedian who's even better than Mikel. Young Terence. Mickey Flanagan has got nothing on young Terence. Lee Evans has got nothing on young Terence. Michael McIntyre has got nothing on young Terence. Roy Chubby Brown, nothing on young Terence. I'm telling you now. My God, this man should be on the telly because he was so funny, honestly. But do you know what? I needed to apologise to you guys for it. So what we're going to do now is... and obviously, as you guys know, I'm not exactly the most tech savvy, but I think I've managed to do it. So bear with me a minute because I'm going to do something here. Let me see if I can. Hang on. Give me 2 secs, guys. It's worth the wait. Trust me. Hang on. Right, guys. Can you see that? It's my first time doing this, right? So I do apologise. So I'm going to be very heavily reliant on you guys in the chat room to help me, right? Because obviously I'm not tech savvy at all. One of the many things that myself and Claude, rest his soul, had in common. We both wasn't tech savvy at all. Bobby, yes, sadly, lovely. McChronicle, good job, Diesel. YouTube's helped stitting it. Oh, mate, of course it does. Right, you can all see it. Lovely. Right, okay. I'm going to play it from a certain point. Now, do you know what makes me laugh about this is that how many times, right, anyone who watched the stream last night, how many times did he mention Kenny Ken? How many times? Oh, Kenny said it. The great man himself. Kenny goes to the games. Kenny said that obviously the atmosphere was great. It was brilliant. There's no problem. Let me tell you something now, Terence. I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because I'm one of very few people on here, on YouTube, in the YouTube Arsenal world, right, who, in my opinion, I tell it how it is. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to be in the media. I'm not here to be a wannabe journo, yeah? I always dig out this fan base. And what you said yesterday about you went to the game, the atmosphere was electric, you did not hear one, that is precisely the problem with this club. That is precisely the problem. You've just proved my point, yeah? Because what you're trying to say is us fans who don't go to the game, whether it's because we don't want to, we can't afford it, we live abroad, whatever the reason, we don't count. Right? All that counts are the fans who actually get to go to the games. That is absolute rubbish. Guys in the chat, let me tell you something now. The majority of you, I guarantee, are abroad right now. Yeah? I know Randy is, David Dundas, yeah? There's loads of you who live abroad, right? So it's physically impossible for you guys to go to the games. Does that mean, yeah, that your opinion doesn't matter? Does that mean that you can't follow a football match? All this rubbish about when you go to the games, it's different. You know, you only see the ball on the telly. No. Yeah, the fans weren't allowed to go to the games at all last year. We followed the games perfectly, thank you. We saw everything there was to see. Yeah, right or wrong, guys. Stay with me here, guys in the chat. Whether you agree with me or not, just stay with me here. Yeah, because if I'm saying anything that's out of turn, I'm relying on you guys to let me know. Yeah, so with no further ado, I'm going to play this, right?
He goes to the game, same as myself. And Saturday, the atmosphere was fantastic. There was no negativity whatsoever. Like Kenny said, all this, what you see on Twitter, all this, what you see on Instagram, all these big accounts on YouTube that try and throw the negativity out there to get this manager out. There was none of that on Saturday. On the train up to the Emirates, before the game, half time, full time, going into the toilet and afterwards. It was such a great atmosphere afterwards. Had a few beers. I'm telling you.
Right. Now listen, guys, right? Judging by what Terence just said there, right? If any of you guys who watched my stream yesterday, what did I say to you? I said the majority of these Arsenal fans now, all they're interested in is going to the stadium, having beers at the pub, right? Being with their mates and seeing an half-decent game of football. Whether we lose or not is irrelevant, yeah? So if we lose 5-4, 4-3, 3-2, right, but we've played some attractive football, right, fans like Terence, in their eyes, they've got their money's worth, right? They've had it's a nice day out. That's all it is, right? And the minute he said, what is the Tollington, the pub, what has that got to do with Arsenal, with the game? It's got nothing to do with it, right? Couldn't care less where you go after the game or before the game. It's all about the game. It's about the game. All right. It's about going there. And all this about this positivity. There was no negativity. So what? Because there was no negativity in the stadium. Let me tell you something now. Arsenal have got millions of fans worldwide. Millions. You're talking about a stadium that holds 60,000. Yeah. Arsenal have got millions upon millions upon millions of fans worldwide. Forget the UK, right? Forget the UK. We have a worldwide fan base and we have a big one at that, yeah? But what you're saying is it's all about the 60,000 people in that stadium. They're the ones that count. Absolute rubbish. We'll carry on.
So what's a Chromebook? Chromebooks are
apologies for the ads, guys.
Laptops that are easy, fast.
The atmosphere at the stadium was fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Starting off before the game, absolutely in full voice. What I would say is the first half, even myself, there was a bit of frustration there watching the game, but the way I would describe it, like I described to Diesel or to anyone, was that. Sorry.
Focus, Terence, focus.
It was the way that we played was quite frustrating. And what it seemed like to me is these guys have not played together. Now, no shit, Sherlock. You don't need to be a scientist to work this out. These players haven't played together. These players are new players that Arteta wants and brought in. The players that he bought last year were injured and they're come back. And obviously the youngsters have played together, but not played in that team that was out there on Saturday, right? So, obviously, it's going to take a little bit of time for them to gel and fire on all cylinders.
Right, okay. So, basically, what he's saying is, if we really break this down, people, right, what Terence is saying is, this game that we had against Norwich, yeah, the first half was quite frustrating. Well, it was an absolute car crash. Let's be real, right? Tell it as it is, Terence. Yeah, the first half was rubbish. The second half was rubbish. Yeah. Now, obviously, Terence is going to go on to talk about the second half being so much better. Well, unless I watched the wrong game, I thought from start to finish it was absolutely terrible. Yeah. But what Terence is saying is now that he's got all his players together, right, we're going to see a whole brand new Arsenal, the champagne Arsenal of old. Yeah. That's what he's basically trying to say, right? And also, do you know what makes me laugh as well, people in the chat, is when he says that little thing he just said there about need a little bit of time. Time. I said to you guys yesterday, time is the one luxury we don't have. How much longer have we got to give this piss poor manager, right? Has he not had long enough already? How long has he been here? What, 18, 19 months? What's he had? 4 transfer windows and he still can't get the job right? Yeah. So what he's basically trying to say, and I know what Terence is trying to do here. If you watch closely, right, that little bit that he was saying there, watch him closely. You can tell the man's reaching. He's reaching. He's struggling now. Yeah, because he knows what's what. He knows the truth. But he's gone so far that way that he can't hold his hands up now and say, do you know what? You were right, Diesel. Guys in the chat, you were right. I got it wrong. Yeah? All right? He can't say that. And he's not on his own. There's loads of them out there who just cannot say it. They want to. They think it. I guarantee they all think it, but they can't say it, right? Terence's problem is he generally, what he's saying right here, I know he's reaching, but he generally believes this. He believes this, right? So what I thought I'd do is just break this down. But all this about time. So what Terence is trying to say is, now that Arteta has got all his players together, yeah, we're going to see a whole brand new Arsenal. However, if we do suffer injuries, and for any reason Arteta doesn't have all of his new players on that pitch and we lose, then that covers Arteta, doesn't it? Because what Terry will then do is revert to the old narrative of, I know we lost today, but look, Partey was injured, or Mari wasn't playing, or, you know, Tommy Asu was out today, or you know, there was no Lukonga. So every time we lose now, it's because Arteta doesn't have all of his new players on that pitch. Yeah? What a perfect cover for this man. Now, let me ask you this, guys. Right? Arsenal and injuries. We are a curse. Right? We are cursed with injuries. When do we ever have all of our players fit and ready at the same time? It never happens, guys. Not just Arsenal, any club. Right? Injuries are part and parcel of the game today. That's a fact. That is a fact. I can't remember a time when Arsenal had a fully fit squad. Every single player in that squad was fit and ready to play. Right? If you guys can, let me know. We always have injuries. We always suffer with injuries. Yeah? Right? So this whole narrative of we can only win when Arteta has all of his players on the pitch. Well, that's never going to happen, is it, Terence? It's never going to happen. So what are you saying then? So what are you saying? Every time we lose, we're just going to revert to that excuse? Yeah? Absolute rubbish. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. However, it does get better, guys. I promise you this. It does get better. It gets more funnier as we go on, yeah? Right. Let's carry on.
Right. Obviously, which, you know, we lost the 3 games beforehand. We all know that. Brentford, we should never have lost to. Hands up. We should never have lost that. We should have had the players on the pitch that should have went out there and been able to get a result. The Chelsea and Man City game, listen, we got torn apart by both teams. Did we really think that we were going to win them games? No, we didn't. But what I will say is, it's funny, right? It's funny how all the Arteta hats, right? BT Sports, Sky Sports, Talk Sport, and all the papers and everything, right? All laugh and all have a go at Arsenal and don't say a word about anything, right? But you look at Tottenham's loss to Crystal Palace. Big up Patrick Vieira, by the way. Absolutely immense result for Crystal Palace, and Patrick Vieira, he never loses to Tottenham anyway, let's be honest. But and the crowd were fantastic before the game at the Emirates with singing Vieira's name. But it's funny how BT Sport all through the game was saying, well, Tottenham have got 6 injuries. You got Son out, you got this player out, you got that player out. And the same with Leicester City the week before when they played West Ham and they lost. Oh, they've got 6 players out. But why is it when Arsenal, we had 9 players out against Man City? I think we had 7 players out against Chelsea, 6 players out against Brentford. Why does that never get mentioned when it's Arsenal? Why does that never get mentioned? Or why does all the Arteta outs never mention that? Well, you know, this, you know, obviously to lose to Brentford was an embarrassment. Let's be honest, it was. No disrespect to Brentford, but we should never have lost like we did. But you've got to take into consideration, right? You've got to take into consideration we didn't have all of our players because some of them were injured. We had players out to COVID-19, and some of them, obviously, we didn't buy yet. So, you know, putting that all together, you can understand why we lost to Man City and Chelsea anyway, right?
Right. That comment there, yeah, is what triggered me, yeah? That comment there, that is why, when I say to you guys that this man's mentality is in the absolute gutter, the gutter, that is what really winds me up. That is where I go sick on this stream, yeah? Right? Do you know what? So what Terence is basically saying is, right, so those opening 2 games, yeah? The opening 3 games, right? Brentford, Man City, Chelsea, right? What he's basically saying. So let me ask him the question then, yeah? So that when he comes back on here, he can answer it, yeah? So if all the players were fit, if Partey was fit, if all of them were fit, yeah, all of them, right? We had Odegaard here, Ramsdale, all of them, right? And he had a whole fit squad to choose from. Would we have won those games? Would it have made any difference in those games? Because in my opinion, no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. Yeah? Right? And this is where I get really, really wound up, right? Because Terence will say he focuses too much on the score, right? For me, it's not about the result. It's the manner. This is what people don't understand. It's the manner of the defeat. I can handle losing, guys, right? But if we go out there and we give it our all, and it turns out they're the better team on the day, I can handle that. If a team's going to beat us, let's make it as hard for them as possible to beat us. I can handle that. It's the manner. This is what people don't talk about enough. It's the manner of the defeats. It's the fact that Arsenal just lay down, right? We bend over, right, and let them screw us up the arse. Yeah? That is what we're used to seeing week in, week out. Yeah? These players are not magical players that if they'd have come in and if they'd have been available for these 3 games, we would have smashed Man City. We would have smashed Chelsea. We would have even smashed Brentford. No! Wake up! It doesn't matter who Arteta puts in that team. We're not winning those games. It's not about the players, Terence. It's the mentality. It's the psyche. Wake up, man. Come on. We've been seeing this season in, season out for years. For years. Arsenal are known. Do you know what? This is what angers me, right? Terry's older than me. I'm 40 years of age. Terry's what, 44, 45? Right? This man's got 4 or 5 years on me. He should be telling me this. He should know better. Yeah? To have come from a generation, an era of where, us growing up, watching Arsenal. Arsenal were never known as soft, brittle, cowardice, weak. We were never known as that. Right? We were proper men, strong Arsenal, mentally strong. Top club. Yeah? Standards were high. Morals, class, all that, all the X's. Lovely, lovely stuff. Fast forward to today. Yeah? What are we known as now? What does everybody call us? Banter club. Weak, soft, brittle. Stoke away on a wet Tuesday night. Burnley away on a wet Tuesday night. Arsenal have no cojones. Big up to Troy Deeney. Yeah? That's what we're known as now. That is what we're known as. Right? But, these players, if these players were available, it would have been a different result. No, it wouldn't. Stop hiding behind that, Terence. Yeah? These aren't magical players. It's not like we're waiting on 5 or 6 Messi and Ronaldos. No. No. Piss poor comment, bruv. Piss poor comment. Let's carry on.
Right, get into Norwich game. They're in the past anyway. They're in the past. We can't do nothing about that now. We've lost 3 games. Going into the Norwich game, obviously there's a lot of anticipation.
Right, so that's in the past. Well, it's not in the past, is it, Terry? Because this was only the other day. So what? We can't talk about it now. We can't talk about it. Yeah? Why do we let these people off? Why do we let the manager off? Why do we let the club off? Why can't we discuss? Why can't we ridicule? Why can't we dig this club out, this manager out? Why? Why? What are they doing for us? Why is it we've got to support and back this when we're not getting support and backing the other way? Isn't support and backing, isn't that a two-way street, people? I ask you, David P, Fraser Matthew, Chris Davidson, Mike England, Tony Blackwell, am I wrong? Shouldn't it be a two-way street? Yeah? Funnily enough, believe it or not, this stream gets so much better. Keep watching.
Anticipation. I was excited, like I've been saying. We had all of our players back, and the players that we had and bought were back in the team. The lineup, I thought, was the best lineup possible. Obviously, I think we all would have liked to have seen Partey in from the start, but coming back from an injury, we don't want to, get him injured straight away again. And going into that game, like I said, the first half was very frustrating. Everything weren't coming off, but it was like the team hasn't played together. And guess what? Like I said, they haven't played together. Second half was so much better. You could hear the positivity in the crowd every time we was going forward. Everyone was singing. It was just a brilliant, brilliant day.
Right, listen, let me tell you something now, right? Because that's wound me up. That comment there. All right, let me tell you something now. I don't care if people judge me, right, with what I'm about to say. Yeah, the majority of Arsenal fans, and I'm going against my own people here, and it hurts me to say this, yeah. But if that is true, what he just said, yeah, that the positivity and everyone was buzzing in. And I'll tell you something, the majority, because I'm not saying I don't think it was every single fan in that stadium, yeah. Right, but the majority of Arsenal fans in that stadium are absolute scumbags. Right, let me tell you that now. Yeah, I stand by that. I don't care if I get hate on that. Yeah, right, because that should not be happening. Yeah, fans now. Do you know what? Fans are just so. A lot of these fans are. They're just happy to be back at football. Right, and I think that's what Terence fails to understand. Yeah. They're just happy to be back. They're happy to. A lot of these fans. Roy King said it beautifully. The prawn sandwich brigade. Yeah, that is how I look at it, right? With a large majority of these fans who go to the Emirates week in, week out. Right? That's all they are. It's a day out, right? They're not proper fans. They're not going there because, to watch the Arsenal, right? They're not going there to want Arsenal to be the best. Yeah, it's a day out. It's a day out. That's all it is. Yeah, it's a day out, right? It's a day where the lads get together, go down the pub, have a cheeky pint, hot dog, hamburger, watch a game of football, go back to the pub at the end of the game. So they've been there twice now, get pissed up, and then they get the train home. That is it. That is it, right? That is it. And what he's saying there, the positivity, what is there to be positive about? What is there? We're 16th going into that game. 3 games we'd lost, not scored 1 goal, and we're bottom of the league. We're Arsenal. Have you guys forgotten that? We're Arsenal. And you're telling me it was a great day out. It was really good day. So great day out it was. Yeah, it was all cheering, positivity. I went down the toilet and I had a cheeky pint. Everyone was singing the Arsenal songs in the pub. Oh, my God, there's nothing to worry about. Do you know what? I'll tell you something. Seriously, get your head out of Mikel's arse just for 5 minutes. Breathe in a bit of air, yeah, and just see it for what it is. Because seriously, what you're saying now is disgusting. It's disgusting. I digress. Let's carry on.
And then obviously afterwards in the pub, everyone, was glad that we got 3 points. And the positivity was, can we go on from here? Hopefully we can. We've got Burnley next week. And then obviously we've got the North London derby. We'll come on to that in a minute. But overall, I just want to say to all the crowd that went on Saturday against Norwich, absolute big up to yourself and fantastic. The positivity around the club, the backing of the club, the backing of Arteta, the backing of Arsenal, and everyone can sort of see what is going on. Listen, that's what I keep saying. Don't always believe what you see on Twitter and Instagram and on YouTube with these Arteta rats, because it's not real life. It's not real life. And that was one of the biggest things that I loved on Saturday when I went. Obviously, you go there, you're outside the stadium, the atmosphere, and then you go in and just everyone is together. Everyone was together. There was no booze. I didn't hear anything about, we want Arteta out, we want Arteta out, the team is shit, or blah, blah, blah. It was all together. We all pulled together as one. And that was fantastic. Yes, we only beat Norwich 1-0. We should have beaten 3 or 4-0.
Right. Why should we have beaten 3 or 4-0, Terence? Tell me why we should. Because from what I saw, yes, I wasn't at the game, so I suppose my opinion doesn't count. Same as most of the guys, if not every single person in this chat room right now. Yeah, we watched the game. You tell me why we should have. What gave us any right to have won that game 3 or 4-0? Because if anything, I thought Norwich were unlucky. I thought they deserved the draw. Yeah, my honest opinion. Yeah, and you know what? See what you just said there, Terence, about it was great. You went into the pub after, everyone was buzzed, everyone was together. That is exactly the reason. Yeah, why I lay so much of this blame at this fan base, and that is the reason why you got, not us, me and the guys in the chat. That is why people like yourselves, fans like yourselves, deserve what's coming and what's going on at the moment. You don't deserve success. Yeah, it shocks me for someone who's grown up in an era where we were superior and where we were brilliant and where we won leagues, titles, saw some of the best football we've ever seen. For someone who's been through that for you to accept what's going on now. Not only accept it, but you're happy with it. Honestly, I just don't understand it. I don't like people. You guys in the chat, you think I'm blagging you and I'm joking when I tell you about therapists, and all that is true. This man needs one, and he needs one seriously now. Anyone, I beg you, anyone in the chat who is a therapist who does this for a living, get in touch with me. DM me, please. Yeah, let's carry on.
I said to Diesel, I'm expecting 3 or 4-0, but let's go to the Arteta brigade. It's all, contradictory, because the other day I heard Diesel say that, no, sorry, it wasn't the other day, it was earlier on, and I picked up earlier on in the stream. He said, all you Arteta ins, you don't care if we lose 4-3, as long as there's the performance there, as long as, we're backing Arteta. That's a load of rubbish. That's a load of rubbish. All I keep hearing from the Arteta is it's a results business. If it's a results business, who cares if we only won 1-0?
It gets worse, doesn't it? You know what? Right, guys, please, honestly, Liam R97, Tapas Lego Pulis, Don Delafonte, Richard Buggs, Chris Davidson, Jeff Cross, A Blue Whale, Mike England, Randy Viper. Listen, any one of you guys, if I'm speaking out of turn, just please, I keep having to say this to you guys because sometimes you know what my mouth is like. But did he just say what I thought he said? Right? It's a results business. It's a results business. But so let's not talk about all the games we've lost. Let's not discuss that because that doesn't count. Yeah, we finally win a game. Now we can talk about it's a results business because we've won a game. But when all those games that we lost, we can't talk about those results, can we? Yeah, we can't talk about those results. We can only talk about results when it comes to a game that we've won. Yeah, guys, with me? Yeah, are you with me? Am I out of turn? If I am, guys, let me know in the chat. Yeah, if I'm speaking rubbish, let me know in the chat because that's how I'm hearing it. That's how I'm hearing it. Yeah, so anything else that's in the past, that's irrelevant. Yeah, Brentford, irrelevant. Man City, irrelevant. Chelsea, irrelevant. Those poor results last year, irrelevant. All we can talk about is Norwich because we won. Yeah? Danny Cook, I'm spot on. Thank you, Danny. Right, let's carry on.
Who cares if we only won 1-0? We got the 3 points on the board. It doesn't matter if it's 1-0. It doesn't matter if it's 6-0. It doesn't matter if it's 6-2, 3-2, whatever. As long as you get the 3 points, I thought the Arteta would be happy with that. But no. Oh, no. And then what you would get is, oh, it's only Norwich. We should be absolutely annihilating Norwich. We should be doing this. We should be doing that. There's just excuse after excuse after excuse with the Arteta in my eyes. That's all there is. Listen, I've got no problem with anybody being Arteta, but please get off the bandwagon.
He's got no problem with anyone being Arteta out. Then he goes on to dig all of us who are Arteta out. Guys, listen. Use intelligence here, right? Now, listen, I've said it before, I'll say it again. We're very lucky on this channel because we have a very, very, extremely intelligent chat room here. Yeah? You guys are class. You're all sick, right? I love you guys to bits. Yeah, but you're all intelligent, right? So let's go by Terry's logic. By Terrence's logic, yeah? What he's just said there, he's got no issue with anyone who's Arteta out. If that's the case, if that is the case, why does he then dig us out? So how can you say on the one hand, I don't have any issues, I've got no issue with anyone being Arteta out, then on the other hand, 2 seconds after, he's digging all of us out, yeah, because we're Arteta out. Has he not said on the stream, all right, in the past, very recently actually, has he not said to you guys, I think he did a stream and I wasn't on here with him, didn't he say, trying to make out I'm not a proper fan because I don't back this and I don't believe in this manager and I want him out. He did say that, didn't he? Right? He's basically said that, yeah, Diesel's not a proper fan. Or he was alluding to it, yeah? We all know what he was saying, right? So you do have an issue with us Arteta out people, Terence. Speak the truth, because I do. Yeah? I'm doing my comeback stream right now, Terence. less than 24 hours when you did yours last night. I'm here. I'm not hiding. Yeah? You do have an issue with us. You have an issue with me. That's why sometimes you don't answer my calls. That's why you didn't want me on the stream yesterday, because you know I would have buried you, right? I have to educate you week in, week out, Terence. Yeah? Love you to bits, Terence, but seriously, wake up. Wake up. It's still not too late. No one's going to judge you in this chat room if you hold your hands up now and say, do you know what? Oh, I'll try to go with it as long as I can, but I can now see what you're saying. We're not going to judge you, Terence. We'll laugh at you. Yeah, but that will last 5 minutes and then we'll move on. Do you know what I'm saying? Seriously, this is delusion at its finest. Finest. Let's carry on. Gets better, people. Trust me, it gets better.
Get off the bandwagon and actually have some content behind your argument. Because there's none.
That's the bit that made me laugh, right? So he's got no issue with us being Arteta out, but blimey, we need to have some content behind it, yeah? Did you hear that? Oh my God. This man is an absolute comedian. Oh my God, he is class. Mickey Flanagan, you are yesterday's news. It's all about young Terence now. Oh my God. Content behind it. Like we haven't given you enough already. No content. This guy. I swear to God, this guy is on some serious, strong high grade. I'm telling you now. He's on some sort of mushroom, some pill. I don't know. Something. He's on something. And whatever it is, my God, is it strong. Let's carry on.
It is, we finished 8-4. We was in last place after 3 games. And that's it. I don't hear no positive comments from any of the Arteta rats on Twitter, even from Diesel, even from the Gunner, you know what I mean, from the old YouTube world.
Wow. Okay. So he's digging me out. He's digging Lee out. As I said to you guys earlier on the phone to Lee earlier on, we were both crying. We're both upset. How dare Terence dig us out? So unfair. It's so cruel. It was uncalled for. It wasn't needed. Just like the majority of this Arsenal fan base. You know, why can't we just be nice to each other? Why? You were so cruel yesterday, Terence. Why did you call us out? It's mean. You're mean. You're just a big meanie. I'm just lying. That wasn't actually what Lee and I said. Right? Yeah. So let's just get that clear. But do you know what? All joking aside, this is what's making me laugh, right? It's things like that, yeah? So basically, what I would like to ask Terence, because I'm sure I saw some of the comments from you guys in the chat, you obviously all asked him the same question, right? It's funny how he cherry picks the questions here to put up. But do you know what makes me laugh? He doesn't see any positivity on Twitter or Insta. Right, well, I'll ask you this question. Tell me what the positives are, Terence. Tell me. Yeah, tell me what they are, and I'll start putting them up. Yeah, I'll put it up on Twitter, and I'll put it up on Insta. Yeah, tell me what the positives are. What are the positives? Yeah, so it's very easy for you to say that, but go into it. Go into depth. Give me specifics. Tell me what the positives are. Yeah? Tell all of us, in fact, because we're all dying to know. Yeah. Oh, what a comment. Let's carry on. This is funny. Do you know what? No, I won't. I was going to get my popcorn, but I won't. I'll get it in a minute. All right, let's carry on. Come on, let's carry on. This is quality. This is YouTube gold, people.
There is just, I can't understand. Look, we only beat Norwich 1-0. It's a fact. We got the 3 points. Did we play absolutely fantastic? No. That's all you'll hear, though. That's all you'll hear from the Arteta rats. What about the performances from our brand new players on Saturday? I didn't hear any of them. None of them praise any of them players. Tommy Yachu, absolutely fantastic debut from him. Right back, he was getting all the stick from all the Arteta rats. Who is this player? We don't even know him. Why have we got him? He's a nobody. Blah, 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 blah. That's all you kept hearing and seeing on Twitter. He's a nobody. Why does Arsenal keep tweeting about him? Why do we keep tweeting that? Where was the positivity of his first debut for Arsenal? He won all his aerial duels. He was 100% in defence. He was fantastic. He looks great going forward. I mean, that shot he had on the volley just before half time when he just went over the bar. I mean, if that would have went in, the roof would have erupted at the Emirates. It was absolutely what an unlucky shot that was.
Okay, so guys, if anyone can tell me, because I actually mentioned that he had a very encouraging debut. If anyone remembers the stream I did, I thought he played well. Yeah, and I also agreed with Mikel that obviously when he got subbed off, he'd only been training for a day and a half with us. I think he was suffering from a little bit of cramp. It's Norwich, let's be real. Yeah, I agreed with Mikel subbing him off, but I don't recall seeing anything on social media coating off this guy. If anything, I saw loads of comments basically saying, yeah, he had a good game. Can't judge him yet, still early, but the signs were encouraging from what we saw. But let's throw a bit of caution in here. This is against Norwich, right? Let's judge him in the bigger games, yeah? That's not negativity for me. That's being cautious and that's being sensible, yeah? Maybe I'm wrong. Let's carry on.
But brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. Yes, it may be only Norwich and there's bigger tests to come, but why can't you say that?
We did, Terence. We did say it. What are you talking about, bruv? We did say it. See, the one thing that I agree with him on was exactly what he just said there. We know it's only Norwich and there are bigger tests to come. It's true, exactly what I just said. It's true. Yeah, it's true. Of course there is. Yeah. But all this about why don't people just say it? Terence, you see one or two people coating off this player and you immediately think it's the whole fan base. No, it's not. How about you read more than one or two tweets? Yeah? Get the general consensus of the Arsenal fans and what we're saying, yeah? Right, carry on.
Why can't you say, do you know what? Hands up. For that game, do you know what? He looks really good. Let's hope he can take that forward. Ben White had a great game. And he looked solid with Gabriel back.
Right, I disagree with that. Ben White had a great game. A great game, Terence. A great game. Do you want to rethink that? Can anyone tell me in the chat, does anyone agree with that? Did Ben White, hear the word, great, great. Did Ben White have a great game? Yeah, that's my question to you guys in the chat. And be honest. Be honest. Did he have a great game? Because for me, a great game means, oh my God, he was proper. Yeah, he was nowhere near that for me. Okay, great. Zoe Thomas, this is Norwich people. Yep, there you go. A blue whale. Ben White had an okay game. Don De La Fonte, Ben White was okay. Ding dong. Didn't Ben White only win 2 out of 7 duels? A blue whale, not a great game. Chris Davidson, Ben White struggled and nearly cost us a goal. Yeah, Gibraltar guard LG. Pookie almost ripped him a new one. Tapas Lego Pulis, a quiet game, Diesel. Okay. Right, okay. So I've not seen one of you guys yet say, hang on, he's right there, Diesel. Terence is right. Ben White had a great game. Whoa. Can't all be wrong. Let's carry on. Gets better.
In the centre. Tierney running down that left wing was fantastic. Lokonga, absolutely brilliant in midfield. He held up the ball. The way, I tell you what, the time that he takes on the ball is unbelievable. It looks like he's got so much time and the ball sticks to him like glue. And his distribution from defence to forward is absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to see him and Partey playing the full 90 minutes together.
Yeah, but Terence, your manager, yeah, we all know that the minute Granit Xhaka is available, and we all know he's available for the Spurs game, yeah, we all know the minute he's back, he's a permanent fixture in that team. So why you're saying you can't wait to see Partey and Lokonga together, don't get me wrong, we all want that. Of course we all want that. But we know this manager very, very well. And we know the minute he's back, he's straight back into the team. The man even got sent off and got a pat on the bum. Yeah? Name me a manager who does that. You can't, can you? Our one does. Yeah. We all know Granit Xhaka is the golden boy, and he will be back straight away. So what you just said there, let's cut out the crap and let's start talking facts. Please. Let's carry on.
They looked really good. Who else was there? I mean, you know, all you're going to see from Arteta out is what is all this about Odegaard, and he's a low, you know what I mean? He done this against Gibraltar, he does nothing for Arsenal, blah, 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 blah. That's all I keep seeing, right? Let me tell you something now. When you're at the ground, right, this is no disrespect to any fan whatsoever, but when you're at the ground, I've always said it, you always pick up on things and always see a lot more stuff than what you do on TV. Because when you're watching football on the TV, you're only watching the ball, basically, and the cameras only move with the ball. Odegaard was absolutely outstanding on Saturday.
Matt, do you know, right? Oh, my God. Do you know what? Oh, this guy. Listen, I'm going to put it out to you guys again, you guys in the chat. Like, if I'm wrong, tell me. I'm sorry. There ain't that much difference, yeah, going to the ground and watching a game than to watching it on TV. I get what he's saying to an extent. When you're at the game, I suppose you see more. I do get it. But come on, man. Like, it can't be that much of a big difference. Because I thought, I didn't think Odegaard was all that at all in that game. I didn't think any of them were. None of them, in my opinion. But now you're see, do you know what it is, guys, right, for me? It's the wording. Yeah, when Terence says Ben White was out, Ben White had a great game. A great game. Now, we all know what the word great means, yeah? Now he's saying Odegaard had an outstanding game. Outstanding. Yeah? We all know what outstanding means. It means he was class. It means he was brilliant. I'm sorry. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Where are you getting these words from? This was Norwich. We scraped a 1-0 win against Norwich. And even then, the goal was a bit dodgy because personally, I thought that was offside. I thought that was one that we got away with. Yeah? Again, listen, guys. I love to include you guys. You know that. It's what we do on this channel. I'm going to put it out to you guys. Am I wrong or am I right? Was Odegaard outstanding in that game? Was he? Right? Don't be biased. Be genuinely honest, guys. Was he outstanding? Tell me. Before I carry on, we do have a super chat here. Big up Craig Malloy. Craig, hang on. We've got two. I'll read Craig's one. Craig, you are the man. Thank you very much, bruv. Craig's put the best therapist around the world, can't help tell. Well, listen, you know about the therapist that I had that I was in discussions with, and the therapist actually came into the stream and wanted to watch Terence for an hour just to obviously try and get a gauge, try and get a steer on what they're dealing with. They think they put one comment in, then they watched the stream for the hour, then they waited until the stream ended, and then they rung me back after to say, look, Diesel, you know what? Thank you for thinking of me. 25 years I've been doing this job. I've never ever come across someone like this. It's out of my league. It's too big for me. I can't do it. Sorry. I'll refund your money back. And I got the money back 2 days later in my account. But yeah, that was honest. But 25 years in the job, and even then, it took them only an hour to say that, listen, this is too big for me. This is way out of my league. I can't. So, Craig, yeah, if they can't do it, I'm struggling, mate, if I'm honest with you. And this is a world-renowned therapist, by the way, very high in the field. And even they said, whoa. You know what I mean? No, it's too big for me. So, Craig, listen, mate, much appreciated for that. Thank you very much. You know how much I love you, mate. Top man. Thank you. And we got Cliff as well. Cliff, big up yourself, Cliff. Cliff has put, Tell and Super Kev need to open up a solicitor's shop that specialises in defending Arteta. They would make a killing. Do you know what? I'll tell you something. 2 peas in the pod, them two, ain't they? 2 peas in the pod. Honestly, do you know what? I'm going to share something with you guys. Like, in fact, let me ask you guys a question, right? Because I come across this interview. Do you know what? I took a picture of it because I wanted to mention it to you guys, right? Now, we all know when we watch pundits, certain pundits are so fake. Yeah, they never tell you how it is. Yeah, they've got, obviously, they don't want to give up, their tickets, their meals or whatever, tickets to the game, the tours and all that, right? So they keep it fake. What they tell us on the TV is not really what they think. I say this all the time, if he was having do you know what? I watched one with Piers Morgan. Now, we all know Piers Morgan, right? He's a big Arsenal fan, right? That's a fact. He is an Arsenal fan. He loves Arsenal. Now, Piers Morgan is very much Marmite. Personally, I love him. I think he's class, right? I think he's class. I disagree with him when it comes to Meghan Markle because I thought he was out of order with that. But anything football, I agree with him. The way he digs out the government, yeah, and puts them on it, and sticks it on them, I think is absolute class. Especially around the COVID thing, I thought he was absolutely brilliant, Piers. And he forced them to come out and say certain things that I know they didn't really want to tell us, but due to the pressure from Piers Morgan, because we all know he's got a large following, right? Piers Morgan's class. However, he did an interview with Martin Keown. And do you know what? Martin Keown, as we all know, love him as a player, but we all know Martin Keown talks absolute crap about this club, right? I don't listen to Martin Keown anymore. Don't listen to him. He doesn't have an opinion. Yeah, he's a little bit simple Simon, right? Yeah? And that's me being polite about him, yeah? Talks rubbish about this club. He ain't got a clue, right? He doesn't say what he really wants to say. And the thing is, I saw that with Piers Morgan. It was a couple of years ago. And Piers Morgan even turned around to Martin Keown and said, Martin, listen to me now, yeah? Don't tell me if me and you was in a pub, right now, having a pint, just us two, no cameras, just me and you, and we was having a conversation about the Arsenal. Do not tell me that conversation that we would have in the pub would be an extremely different one to the one that we're having now with all these cameras around, yeah? He put it on him. Yeah, and Martin, yeah, got him. Fact. I love Piers for that. Love him. Yeah, love him for that. And the thing is, there are loads of these people, right? There's loads of these people, yeah? Yes, they would make a killing, right? Because they don't talk about the club. This interview, let me get back to that, right? It was Tim Howard. It was NBC Sports. So, guys, after this, right, go to YouTube, yeah, type in NBC Sports. Arsenal, and the title of the video is Arsenal and Mikel Arteta have spent much. They have spent much, found little, right? I thought Tim Howard was absolutely brilliant in what he said there. Now, bear in mind, Tim Howard was at Everton for years, right? And even in that video, right at the end, he says that him and Mikel were very good friends, right? They played together for years, shared the dressing room for years, and he's a personal friend of mine, yeah? Right? But Tim Howard told it straight, yeah? He ain't doing the business here, yeah? Then the girl asked Tim Howard, what was, you say that Mikel is a friend of yours, you played with him all those years. What was he like in the dressing room at Everton? Was he a leader? And Tim Howard went, do you know what he said? He went, yeah, he was a leader. But at the Arsenal, he's not. Bang. And that's coming from a friend. That's coming from someone who he's played with for years. Yeah. And yet you listen to the likes of Kevin Campbell, Terence, Martin Keown, and all these other ones, Ray Parlour, all these other ones. Yeah. They talk up. They're not talking, but they're not saying what they really, really think. Yeah. And that's what bugs me. This guy, Tim Howard, is an actual friend of his. Played with him for years. Years. And even he's being honest and being upfront with it. He ain't doing the business at Arsenal. He's not a leader there. Might have been as a player. He definitely ain't as a manager. Big up to Tim Howard. Brilliant. Cliff, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. Much appreciated. Getting my stakes in. Come on. Right, let's carry on. I digress.
He was everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. His contribution... He's getting back and helping out the defence. He's attacking ability. To me, once our team gets cemented, I'll tell you what, these players look like they can do something to me. But I thought they done really well. As I said, Lokonga had a really good game. Gabriel looked really good. Looked really good back. I'm just hope he can keep fit. Partey, the cheer when he come on was unbelievable to have him back, and he had a great game in the second half. Aubameyang, he should have had at least 3 goals, but hopefully he's got his misses out of the way moving into Burnley on Saturday.
What are you talking about, Terence? Listen, Aubameyang is finished. What do you mean he should have had 3 or 4 goals? He's finished. Finished. My honest opinion, and listen, I know it's not a popular one. He got his missus out the way so he can be ready for Burnley. He ain't doing nothing against Burnley. Listen, this man is finished, right? He's on all that money. He's funny. Look at the timing, guys. The minute he gets that luxurious, that lucrative contract, he don't do nothing. He's a shadow of the player that he was when he first come here. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of it is because I know for a fact he does not like playing for this manager. He doesn't respect Mikel. So I suppose he's looking at it thinking, why am I going to break my back for this man? I can't stand him. I don't like him. I don't respect him. He's not a proper manager. He don't know what he's doing, right? Still not good enough, by the way. Yeah? Do your job, Aubameyang, right? You're paid, what, 375 grand a week? Yeah, and you can't hit a barn door at the moment. No, the man is finished. 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 30, was he 32 right now? Yeah, he hasn't got time to wait around for a project. If he had any ambition about him, he would have left. Hurts me to say that because I am an Arsenal fan. But if I was him, if you genuinely want to win trophies and you want to win something, why didn't you go? So it's not like you're 23, 24. You ain't got 4 or 5 years to wait around. Yeah? You want to win something, you need to go now, bruv. But he didn't. He wanted to stay because of that. You don't care about this club. And anyone who thinks right, that Aubameyang loves Arsenal, no, stop being deluded, right? Because now you're in this man's bracket. Yeah, this man. Yeah, next to me here. Yeah, he's here for the money. Simple as that. The man is finished. That's my opinion. Carry on.
And yeah, I just thought on Saturday, the first half was like the team hasn't played together, like I said, and the second half was so much better. And to get that goal, a scrappy goal in the end, but who cares? You know what I mean? It goes in, and that's 3 points. We're on the move. So, you know what I mean? Let's look forward to Burnley. All I keep hearing and all is about these interviews that Arteta's done and Edu's done. Right?
Right, guys, this is the bit where I really want you guys to tune in, yeah? Every single person in this chat room, listen to what this man is about to say, yeah? This is where I went sick, yeah? Because for me, you're siding with them against us, Terence. You're backing what these people are doing. These people are ruining our club. They're ruining Arsenal. It's so sad to see, and it hurts. That's why I go on like the way I do on here, because it hurts. It hurts. I don't want people laughing at me. I ain't no mug, yeah? This club are treating us like mugs, yeah? And you're backing this. Right, look, guys, listen, 195 people in the chat right now. First of all, smash the likes on this, please, and also subscribe, yeah? Plenty more where this comes from. Trust me on that, because I ain't shutting up now, yeah? Because now I'm getting wound up, right? Smash the likes, please. Carry it, right? And listen to this, because this is where he starts backing the interviews, right? Let's crack on.
All these Arteta out people throwing their toys out the pram because apparently Edu didn't want to put a stamp on it of where he thinks Arsenal should finish. Why should he have to tell us? Why should he have to tell us where he thinks we should finish? We know.
What do you mean? What? Why does he have to tell us? Like us, like we're a piece of crap. Or listen to me, yeah? This is our club, Terence. Ours, not his. This is our club, yeah? Your dad's an Arsenal fan, Terence. You're an Arsenal fan. Your kids are Arsenal fans. Their kids will be Arsenal fans. Their kids will be Arsenal fans. This is our club. When Edu's long gone, we're the ones that still here. We're the ones who pick up the pieces. Right? We're the ones who are long suffering. Yeah? We're the ones who waste our money on this. We're the ones who get bent over week in, week out and get screwed up the arse. Us. How dare you say that? Who are we? Who are we to be told? Why does Edu need to tell us? What? No, of course he needs to tell us. We are the lifeblood of this club. Without us, there is no Arsenal. That is a fact, yeah? And people like you, fans like you, have forgotten that. And it's so sad to see. If you were 14, 15, I could understand to an extent. A man of your age should know better. Should know better. That comment there is disgusting because you're siding with them now, right? Yes, we do have a right to know. Yeah, they need to talk to us more. We are the fans. Without us, there is no club. How many times have I got to say that to people? Without fans, there is no Arsenal. It's as simple as that. Yeah? Do we not have a right to know where this club is going? Do we not have a right to know what the target is? We've just spent 150 million. We've spent a lot of money. We want to know what's going on. Unbelievable. Let's carry on.
Where Arsenal should be. We know where Arsenal should be. Even Arteta fans like myself. Am I happy that we're bottom of the league after 3 games?
Yes.
Don't be so silly. Of course I'm not. Am I happy that we finished 8th last season? Of course I'm not. Am I happy that we finished 8th the season before? Of course not. But, you know, there's a process that's happening. I know people don't like to know that word.
Yeah, that process. See what I mean? Sucked in. Listen, you're never going to get Terence out of this, people. I won't. I've tried. I just can't do it. He's sucked in. That word, it's a word I'm so sick of hearing. Process. He still doesn't tell us what it is. Yeah, when he's next on, guys, please spam the chat. What is the process? Explain it to me in layman's terms, Terence. What is it? Yeah, because I ask him all the time. He can't tell me. Yeah, what is it? Yeah, and you know what? You want the owners out, but yet you're backing it. How does that make sense? Look, it's do you know what? Let's carry on.
Word, like that word, but there is. I've said it from the start, right? Before Arteta come in, I said why I wanted Arteta in, and I said what needs to happen. We need to hit the reset button, and it's going to take a couple of seasons to get rid of all these players before we can start turning around. I said it back then. Diesel will back me up. You guys should back me up because I've been saying it non-stop. And that's exactly what I thought, more or less, Edu said in his interview. Right? We've had, in 2 years, let me ask you guys, right? In 2 years, we've had 30 incomings and outgoings. What other manager has had to do that?
What the hell has that got to do with how we're performing on the pitch? What does it matter? So what? What do you mean 30 incomings and outgoings? This is meant to be a top-class coach. Yeah? 30 incomings and outgoings. We've got enough quality here to have got higher than 8th, Terence. We've got enough quality in this side to not be 16th. My God, your opinion. So what you're basically saying, this manager, do you know what, guys? Hear what I'm about to say now, right? And open your ears for this, yeah? Because what Terence is basically saying, on one hand, he's rating this guy. He's got Mikel Arteta up there on the pedestal. He's basically saying this manager is absolute class, right? We all know, yeah, he's sucking him off, right? Yeah, he thinks he's a class manager. But if that's the case, if you think he's that good, but on the other hand, you're saying without his players that he's bought, he can't perform. Yeah? So he's a great world-class coach. What was that? Yeah, he's a great world-class coach on one hand, but on the other hand, without his players, he can't do nothing. No. He's got enough here. He's got enough players here. If he has 1, 2, 3 players out, he's got a big squad. That's the whole point of having a squad. It's the whole point of having a squad. Now, he's meant to be a top-class coach, right? Pep can have anyone he wants in world football. In my opinion, Pep is the best manager in world football. That's just my opinion, yeah? Pep can click his fingers and get who he wants as his number 2. Yeah, and I've said this before. He picked Arteta. So Arteta must have something about him, surely. Right? I'll go as far as saying that from a coaching perspective. But what are we seeing right now about the Arsenal? I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen any coaching ability. Yeah, these players are regressing. They're not progressing. They're regressing. Yeah, they're regressing. Yeah, but what you're saying is without his players, those exact specific players he bought on the pitch, he can't perform. But yet on the other end, you're saying he's a top manager. So he shouldn't really matter who he's got in the team. If he's a top manager, he should be able to wave that magic wand, work wonders, and we can start winning games. So, Terence, which is it? Yeah? Carry on. Joking.
What other managers had to do that? You tell me. But apparently, we had a great team here because Emery got us 5th place, and Emery got us to the final, the Europa League final.
Terence, let me tell you something now, right? Yeah, because I know you slag off Unai Emery all the time. Yeah, yes, he got us 5th place. At the time, it wasn't good enough. At the time, yeah, we missed out on top 4 by 1 point. Yeah, right? Yes, he flopped in those games, right? Those last 2 or 3 games. Yeah, I think Palace at home. Was it Leicester away? I believe. Where we needed a point and we just couldn't get it, right? Yes, I get it. At the time, it wasn't good enough. Yeah? I'll tell you something now, Tel. I'll take it right now. Yeah? You're very quick to look at, right? Forget the Arsenal, right? You're very quick to forget the problems we've got, right? Looking outside there and laugh at him, laugh at Billy, laugh at Johnny, laugh at Sarah, laugh at... No. Sorry, look at your own. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, and that is what you do all the time. Why are you digging at Emery? Emery schooled your manager, by the way, last season on 2 occasions. Not 1, 2. Count them, 2. Yeah? Schooled Arteta. Schooled with a worse team than what we got. A worse team. That is what you call a proper manager, Terence. Right? A proper manager is no matter what he's got, no matter what tools he's got to work with, he somehow pulls it out the bag and gets a result. That's a manager. That is a proper manager. How embarrassing. Our manager now got schooled by the manager that he was brought in to replace. Yeah? How bad is that? At that moment, that's when Arteta should have got sacked. How do you get beat by a manager deemed not good enough for Arsenal, and yet the manager, you've been brought in to replace that man, and that man has come back and schooled you on not once, but 2 occasions? Can someone explain that to me? Yeah? That's just backward. Come on. Carry on.
We had a great team. According to all the Arteta ads, that team was phenomenal. And we should have went on from there. Well, we did to a certain extent because the next season, Arteta come in and we won 2 trophies.
Do you know what, guys? That is one of the things he says that bugs me. How is it 2 trophies? I mean, seriously, come on, Terence. Raise your standards, man. Raise your standards. How is it 2? It's 2. Come on. We keep having this debate, me and you. The Community Shield. Come on. Are you really reaching that much? You've got to speak about that. It's a plate. Nothing more. My God. That's how you know we're in the gutter. That is how you know. When we start talking about charity shields, community shields, whatever they are, whatever you call them, yeah? So, do you know what? Mourinho, yeah, when he lost, what did he do when he lost against us? Chucked his runners-up medal into the crowd. That's how much it means, yeah? Come on. Gutter.
Like I debuffed Lee Gunner when he said, well, he had a different team. We did have a different team. We had more or less the same players going into that them 2 finals, and we won. Craig, sorry, let me just get the super chat before it goes. Craig, welcome back, Terry, but Arteta has to go. Thank you very much, Craig. Really appreciate you coming over, mate, and your super chat.
Go on, Craig. Well done, mate. Go on, you tell him.
Yeah, getting back to it, like I said, is we had to get rid of 30 players. Edu turned around and said, the reason why Chelsea and Man City don't go out and have to buy 6, 7, 8 players, guess what? Because it's not rocket science. Because the foundations are already there. How many times have I said we need to start from the bottom, build our foundations up again? And that's what we're doing now.
How are we doing that, Terence? Tell me how are we doing that? How are we doing that? We spent 150 million in the summer. Are these foundations? Ramsdale, is that a foundation? Ben White can't even head the ball. We overpaid by about 25, 30 million on a player, on a centre-half who cannot head a ball. Now, when you're a centre-half, Terence, just in case you don't know, let me educate you once again, yeah? When you are a centre-back, as a kid, Terence, not an adult, hear me now, hear me, as a kid, training, day in, day out, one of the first things you're taught as a centre-half is how to head the ball, yeah? Head the ball. This man cannot head the ball, right? but yet we spent 50 million on him. Name is that a foundation? Seriously, do you know what, guys? You'll be seeing it very, very shortly, right? This is what happens when you don't do your research. He says, oh, hang on. He says something about Thomas Tuchel, yeah? I'm not going to ruin it. Keep watching.
We've gone out, we've bought 6 players, spent the most money in the transfer window. Yes, I know that Lee Gunner will turn around and say that these players are shit. They're donkeys. I know that Diesel will turn around and say, well, I don't know who these players are. Who are these players? What are their names? I don't, where'd they come from?
Right, guys, anyone who remembers me ever saying that, please let me know. Yeah? I've never said that. Let's carry on.
Shit. So what? Just because Diesel and Lee Gunner and a couple of other people on YouTube and Twitter say that they're shit, we're supposed to believe that?
Yes, Terence, because myself and Lee Gunner, we are the architects of the Arteta outs. We're the leaders. We're the 2 leaders. And people must follow us and they must listen to everything that we're saying. And if they don't agree with us, then do you know what? They're absolute scumbags and wrong-uns. Yeah, that's what you're basically saying. I see what you're trying to do there, Terence. You're trying to turn people against myself and Lee. Not going to work because we're the ones who actually talk facts. Let's carry on. I digress.
I don't think so. I don't think so. That's what I mean. Arteta's come out. He wanted Ramsdale. He wanted Ben White. He wanted Odegaard. He's got 3 of his main targets in straight away to work under. Right? And he's got Tommy Yasu, who's come in, and after one game, look, we don't know what he's going to do for the rest of the season, but all you can go by is how he played on his debut against Norwich. And he was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Lokonga, absolutely brilliant. 5 players there. That's now going to bed into this team. Now, that team on Saturday, moving forward, I mean, obviously you can have an argument for Maitland-Niles being in the team, but me personally, I would have had Partey in, and I think that would be our team moving forward all season. You can shift about Saka, Smith.
I just paused it to say sorry, Voodoo Chili. I apologise. It's just something I have to do. I'm so sorry. Let's carry on.
Pro, Odegaard, Martinelli, Balogun, Lacazette, Aubameyang. There's loads of players to play up that front. And then obviously we'd have the January window where we can go out again and start building on this very, very young team there that we've got building for the future. I've said it from the start and I will say it again. When Arteta come in, and I wanted Arteta, I wanted us to hit the reset button. I wanted us to be a team moving forward that can compete every single year. Every single year. Not...
Right. So he wanted Arteta. That is actually true. Yeah, I will back him up on that, right? Even before he got the job, he wanted Arteta, right? He did. I don't know why. But I have asked him the question, yeah? And he still can't answer me to this day. You guys have heard me ask him this. If Arteta was the number 2 to Sean Dyche at Burnley, would you have wanted him? Yeah? Because I don't think you would have. It's because he was the number 2 to Pep. That's the only reason why you wanted him. Yeah? He won't answer me. Let's see if he answers you guys if you ask him that when he's on next. Before I carry on, big up to Rowan as well. Very true comment there. Stephen Williams, big up yourself. Exactly, mate. And also Craig Malloy, another super chat. Craig, thank you very much, mate. It's people like yourselves, your Randy Vipers, Craig Malloys, Sammy Elliott's, you're the ones who are keeping me fed. So thank you very much. So either that or just save up an absolute fortune for a therapist for Terence. Even then, I think I'd struggle. They'd probably want double. Craig Malloy, thank you very much, mate. He's put Diesel must not excuse or accept mediocrity. A team has to be built with purpose to win, win, win. Fact. You have a nice ribeye steak on me. Respect. Come on, Craig. Come on. Thank you very much, mate. Cannot beat a ribeye. It's the one steak that's got a lot of fat in it, and I love it. Best part of the steak. Craig, love you, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right. Let's carry on with the banter.
Just all right, we get one manager in, and then he wins us the league, and then maybe not win it for the next 30 years again. A little bit like Liverpool. I'm not saying that Liverpool are going to go on and not win the league title again for the next 30 years, but that's what happened. That's facts again. I did.
That's facts. Talking about Liverpool. So Mikel Arteta and Klopp, yeah? So whatever Klopp does, Arteta's doing. See what I mean, guys? Don't be fooled by this drivel. Seriously. Yeah? Comparing these two managers. Klopp is not even levels. Klopp is stratospheres above this piss-poor manager that we've got. Yeah? How you can even talk about Arteta and Klopp in the same sentence, I will never know. But let's carry on, guys, because believe it or not, I know we've seen a lot, and all you guys have had a right good laugh tonight. Trust me, have I got a special treat for you, because it gets even better. Believe me, it's funny. Let's carry on.
I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want a quick fix, just a paper over the cracks, and we win something, and then obviously that would have been it. We needed to build from the bottom up, and that is what he's doing, and that is what he's done. Now, I know that Arteta outs don't like that, but what you need to understand is, not from me, not from any Arteta in fan, not from any Arteta out fan, is that the board has backed Arteta. They're willing to keep him with this process until hopefully it pays off. They're not going to sack him after spending the most money of 150 odd million, whatever it was, on 6 players. They're not going to do that. They knew and understood, like anybody should understand, is that we had 6 to 9 players out for the first 3 games.
See what he's saying there, guys, right? If you listen to what he just said there, anybody understands, and everybody should understand, yeah? So basically what he's saying is, anyone who doesn't understand that, right, you're a screw loose, yeah? You're stupid, you think. That's more or less what he's saying, right? Because the way he's saying it there, like, how you guys are not seeing what I'm seeing, like, there's something wrong with you lot. That's more or less what he's saying there, right? Just come out and say it, Terence. Yeah, you think we're all losers. You think we're all... You think we're deluded because we're not seeing what you're seeing. Yeah? It's unbelievable. Yes, he has been backed. Of course he's been backed. He's been backed since the day he got here. But with that backing, he's not done nothing, Terence. This is the argument. This is where a lot of people are starting to see through this now. This is where a lot of the unrest comes in. He's been backed since the moment he walked into this club. Yeah, but what has he done with that backing? He walked into this club and straight away he had an advantage, and a big one at that, over the likes of Unai Emery. Yeah, Unai Emery's done more than what he has. I know you're going to chuck the FA Cup at me, and you're going to chuck the Community Shield, that big silver plate that we won. Yeah, but let's face facts. You ask any Arsenal fan right now, would you rather have Unai Emery back, or would you continue to persist with this clown? People are picking Unai Emery, Terence. That's a fact. We can't all be wrong. We can't all be wrong. I'm sorry. He has been backed, but he's done nothing with that backing. What's he done? All this when he gets his own players. These are his players. They was his players last season. The minute he walks into the club, they're his players. They're his. He's the manager now. Yeah? Oh, every Arsenal player is his player. Doesn't matter whether he bought them or not. Right? He would have assessed the situation, yeah, before he got here. Before he said, yes, I'll accept the offer. Yeah, he would have done his own work. He would have looked at the squad. He would have looked at all these players. He then made the decision to accept the job. So if you make that decision to accept the job, you must then accept what comes with it. Yeah, no hiding behind, well, these aren't my players. No, you had a good enough squad to have come in and done something. Yeah, to get us higher than 8th. Yes, you need more players. You need better players. And a lot of these players have to go. Yes, don't get me wrong. But don't tell me he walked into an absolute mess. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He had an half-decent squad here. That's an absolute load of rubbish. Randy Viper, my cousin, my brother, my family, my blood. Love you, Randy. Big up yourself. Randy Viper's put Emery scrapes 1-0. That means it's crap. Yeah, equals crap. Arteta scrapes 1-0. He's a god. Exactly. What a difference. Yeah? And it's funny, and no one ever mentions it to Terence. Yeah, the way he was with Unai Emery. Yeah? Didn't trust nothing there. Mikel Arteta, yes, granted, Arteta's much better looking than Unai Emery. Yeah, but you're not treating one the way you treated the other. Yeah, keep it equal. Tell. Yeah, you can't treat one that bad. You can't dog him out, and yet this one, you're completely different. What goes for one must go for the other. Yeah, be consistent, bruv. Let's carry on. I don't think we've got any more super chats. Thank you very much, Randy Viper, and thank you, Craig Malloy. Big up yourself. Love you both.
For the first 3 games, it's not an excuse. It's fact. It's fact. And the reason that Arteta come out, I know that Diesel done one earlier on a stream saying that Arteta is a clown. What does he mean? This is his best week or whatever. It's you can interpret what anybody says differently. You could have 10 friends and send a text out, and 6 of them might think one thing, and the other 4 might think another about the way that you're sent that text.
Ah! Oh my God, that is an absolute drop the mic moment. Do you know what? That is where you need popcorn, guys. That is where you need your popcorn. Can you believe what this man has just said? Do you know what? Let me just hear that a little bit more before I stop it.
And that is what all you Arteta outs have done with what he said. What he probably meant was, in my eyes, is that he's had the best week as his managerial career last week. And winning against Norwich, and that's because he's got 5 or 6 of his players in there that he wants, started with the players that he had last year, starting in this team. He can now start seeing his team unfolding and moving forward.
Right, this is going to be fun to break down, isn't it, people? Right, listen. So in his eyes, Mikel, Terence, let me tell you something now, because you are definitely reaching with that, right? This man can do no wrong. Do you know what? It still to this day baffles me, right? Even he can come out and say whatever he wants in an interview, and you will find a way to protect this man. We're not talking about a bloke who's just come off the boat here, Terence, right? The majority of his career in football has been in this country, yeah? He speaks perfect English. Not only that, Terence is also very, very media trained, yeah? Do not tell me what he should have said. If what you're saying is true, Terence, what he would have turned around and he would have said, do you know what? This week is the best week of my career, right? Meaning, and what I mean by that, people, what I mean by that is for the first time in ages, I've actually had all the players I want. They're all together and they're all fit. If he'd have said it, something along those lines, then this wouldn't even be a topic because we know what he meant. He didn't elaborate on it, Terence, yeah? Right? What he basically saying, it's been the best week of his career in this industry, yeah? And if this is the best week, beating Norwich, a piss-poor team, 1-0, the one team in the league that are worse than us, if that is the best week of his career, beating a team like Norwich, then I'll tell you something, that's not really saying much for his career, is it? His career has been terrible. Really, Mikel? Come on, Terence. Come on, man. Wake up. He's not just come off the boat. He speaks perfect English. Come on. If that was Unai Emery, I can understand it to an extent. This is Mikel Arteta. He's been in this country for years. Years. There is no misunderstanding with that. Let's carry on.
With the way that he wants to play, his tactics, his players. Now, if you can't interpret it as that, then I don't understand how you're thinking, to be honest.
Hear that, people? Did you hear that? Did you hear what he just said there? So what he's basically saying is that's what Mikel meant, yeah? If you can't see that, if you guys can't see that, what I'm seeing, then do you know what? I don't know what you guys are on. That's more or less what he's saying. Let's carry on. We're almost there, guys.
Because that's the way I see it. And that is the way that most of the fans see it on Saturday. And it wasn't just me that said that. Even the great man himself, Mr. Kenny Ken, earlier on today, big up to himself, said that. On the way home, he was meeting people. Even at the ground, he was meeting people. Young people, old people, does not matter. There is the consensus at the ground that they're back in Arsenal, they're back in Arteta, and they're back in this team. And it was absolutely brilliant, like I said.
Do you know what, Terence? No one is denying that. And I believe you. I genuinely do believe you. I do believe that what you're saying there is right. I do believe that what you're saying is about everyone at the stadium being behind this manager, being behind the team, buzzing to be at the game, positive, and the pubs are packed and everyone's having a drink and having a laugh. Right? I believe it. No one's denying that. Yeah, no one's sitting here saying, "Oh, you're lying, Terry." Yeah, I believe it, and because I believe it, that's the problem, Terence. That's the problem. The fan base, because all you're talking about are the people who go to the game. You're talking about 60,000 people, Terence. 60,000. Yeah, Arsenal have got millions of fans worldwide. Millions, not thousands, not hundreds. We've got millions. 60,000 people. Right, who go to the games every week, do not talk for us. Right? Let's get that right, pal. Right, so that we've got no misunderstanding there, yeah? 60,000 fans. What you're basically saying is there's 60,000 sheep in that stadium. Yeah? It's a day out, Terry. Wake up. It's a day out. Yeah? Listen, what you're saying is because you go to the game and all you hear is cheering and everyone's singing Arsenal songs and all that, yeah, what you're basically saying is, what's the problem? You're talking rubbish. Because I went to the game against Norwich and everything that you're saying, everything that Lee Gunner's saying, everything that you two, you're the main two, by the way. You two are the leaders. Whatever you're saying is rubbish because I can find you 60,000 people who disagree with you. They love this man. They love this team. They're behind them. Yeah, going to the pubs before the game, after the game, there's not a problem. Everyone's having a drink. Everyone's having a laugh. Everyone's buzzing. Yeah? So there is no problem. My God, you are blinded, my friend. You are blinded. Blinded. That is the problem with this club because a lot of these people, Terence, have accepted mediocrity. They've allowed it to seep in. Yeah? The club have lost the standards of what they had years ago. The mentality's dropped. The standards have dropped. The class has dropped. There's no class here anymore. Yeah? And because it's dropped over the years, it's not an instant drop. It's been gradual over the years. It's dropped season in, season out. It's got lower and lower and lower. And because of that, fans, subliminally, a lot of fans, especially the ones who go to the stadium, have allowed it to seep into their mindset as well. So they've followed the club. So over the years, the club's sinking, right? And the mentality of a lot of these fans over the years have been matching the club in terms of sinking. Yeah? That is where you guys need to wake up. But I know you won't. Yeah? So when we get even worse, yeah, I blame the likes of you as to why this club is in the gutter. Let's carry on.
So, there's a lot of people on YouTube, especially Diesel, Lee Gunner, all that will be shouting all the time.
See the agenda about me and Lee. Yeah, see the agenda, people. Yeah, loves talking about both of us, doesn't he? Yeah, trying to turn people against us. Ain't going to work, Terence, because we're the ones who are talking facts here, not yourself, bruv. Come on, you know that. Let's carry on.
Be trying to get your attention and divert it away from, look, Arsenal was always going to win against Norwich. Arsenal should and go and beat Burnley. Yes, it's going to be an hard game against Tottenham. Of course it is. It's a North London derby. Let's see what happens in that game. And then we've still got another sort of 3 games that are quite winnable afterwards. But what we'll do is, if you're an Arteta, is we keep shouting the negative about the club. Keep it going to try and get your voice heard. But like I keep saying, it does not matter how loud your voice is. When you go to the actual ground, the ground was buzzing. And I kept saying it. I kept hearing from all the Arteta, the Diesel, the League Gunners, I'll wait until the crowd's back. They ain't going to put up with this. They ain't going to do that. They're going to have Arteta his head on a stick. I kept saying to you, it wouldn't happen. It hasn't happened. Even after the Brentford game. Even at the Chelsea game.
Do you know what, right? Sorry, I need to pause it there. Guys, Steve RFC7, Chris Davidson, Craig Malloy, Blue Whale, Jeff Cross, Spencer Davis, pick up yourself, Brian Morrissey, Jimmy D, Mike England, AJ, Gooner Vettel, AJ again, Tapas Lego Pulis, Mr. Tapman, Tom Warrior. All of you got default dude. All of you guys, right? Let me ask you something now, yeah? See what he just said there, right? Yeah, that myself, Lee Gunner, we all said as soon as the fans are back, they're not going to stand for this, right? My question to Terence, why do you judge it after one game? Yeah, we've had 2 games at home. You mentioned Brentford, Terence. That was away. Yeah? Right? Did I turn around to you guys and say, do you know what, start of the season, the first game back at the Emirates, the fans are going to have his head on a stick? No. Terence, it's one game, bruv. It's one. Right? I'm talking throughout the season. Yeah? Throughout the season. My question to you, Terence, is this. Arsene Wenger, at the time, was considered untouchable. Yeah? Now, we all know Mikel Arteta is what is probably the most protected manager on this planet. Yeah? Right? But Arsene Wenger was a god here. Mikel Arteta ain't a god here. Nowhere near. He's a god to Terry. Yeah? But to everyone else, he ain't. Yeah? Arsene Wenger was a god. And it was the fans, Terence, the fans who eventually got that man out. Yeah? That's a fact. Right? He didn't leave of his own accord. He was sacked. We all know it. He was pushed. Yeah? But they tried to do it because obviously he'd been here for a long time. Yeah? Do it as a classy way. Yeah? They're not going to sack him there and he has to leave that night. Right? He was pushed. That was down to the fans, Terence. The fans got Arsene Wenger out. This is a man who had been with us for 22 years. 22 years. And eventually the fans got him out. There were empty seats all over the place. We started, the fans started making their voices heard, stamping with their feet. And in the end, they got Arsene Wenger out. Right? Now, if we can get Wenger out, Wenger, who was a legend at this club, a god, yeah, considered untouchable. If the fans could get him out, why are you so confident the fans can't do the same with Mikel Arteta? Let me ask you that question, buddy. Now, answer me that. Yeah? Answer me that. Right? It's Norwich and Chelsea. Those are the 2 home games we've had. This is a 38-game season. Yeah? If the form is poor, we're not winning games, and we keep losing in the manner we're losing, Terence, I'm telling you now, eventually, those fans will be heard, and it will turn, and it will get nasty. But you give it one game, well, the fans didn't do nothing, did they, Diesel? So you're wrong. Give it time, Terence. Don't judge it after one home game against Norwich. Come on, bruv. You're better than this, man. Come on. Let's carry on.
Even at the Man City game, it hasn't happened. Norwich, even the great man himself, Kenny Ken, said earlier on, he thought there might have been some negativity because of the way it was going to play out, and we've lost 3, we're bottom of the league. No, it didn't show that on Saturday. It did not show. And this is what I mean, where you've got to put things into perspective, right? Is that, yes, we've lost our first 3 games. That's quite bad, isn't it? Of course it's bad. Terrible, right? We're bottom of the league. Where was Tottenham? They won the league in August like they did last year. Remember, in September, was it? They won.
Why are you talking about Tottenham, Tel? I couldn't care less about Tottenham. I care about our club, Arsenal. Do you know what makes me laugh, people, right? You see, like, when you got Terence saying, not just him, so many other, I know Lee gets it as well. He gets it a lot. Support that lot down the lane. You're a secret Spurs fan. You're a closet Spuds fan. This, that, the other. Yeah? We're negative. We're this, we're that. We don't want the best for our club and all this and that. Yeah? But you know what? Makes you laugh. Right? Our agenda, we talk about the Arsenal. I don't talk about other clubs. I couldn't care less about Tottenham. I couldn't care less about United, Man City, Chelsea. I couldn't care less. Right? When I go mad on here and when I do my streams, I discuss one thing and one thing only, the Arsenal. The only thing I'm interested in is this club. Our club. Right? Not their club. This is our club. Right? But you're so quick to divert. You're so quick to look at Spurs and laugh at them. You said it earlier on in your stream about the fans are chanting Vieira's name. Right? I get it. Great. Yeah, they smashed Spurs to bits. They got 3-0. I couldn't care less about Spurs. I just care about what we're doing, Terence. Right? Just start focusing on us. Yeah? Listen, we've got no right to laugh at anyone. Not even Norwich. Right? We can't laugh at anyone at the moment because our house is in such a mess. Let's focus on us because none of these teams are looking at us and talking about us. Right? So why are we talking about them? Come on. Let's carry on.
the league in September. Tottenham won the league in August because they finished in August top of the league. We was bottom of the league, right? Now, we've won our first game. They lost to Palace, right? So we're now 6 points behind Tottenham. We've got Burnley this weekend. If we beat Burnley, which we should do with this team we've got, with the players that we've got, and new players, no more new injuries, I think we're going to go out and win, no problem. We will beat Burnley. And who's Tottenham got? Tottenham's got Chelsea.
Right, so Terence thinks we're going to beat Burnley, yeah? So see what he said there. If we have no injuries, right, we're going to beat Burnley, yeah? So if we lose to Burnley and we've got one injury to one of Arteta's players who he's brought in, yeah, that's the reason we lost, because that particular player wasn't playing because he was injured, right? Guys, remember this. Remember this.
Chelsea at the moment are absolutely flying. Chelsea, I would say, in my opinion at the moment, will beat Tottenham this weekend. So if that does happen, we'll be 6 points and Tottenham will be 9 points. What does that mean? That means we're going into the North London derby at home, knowing that if we beat Tottenham, we could go above them on goal difference.
So what? Listen, Terence, the benchmark isn't whether we're above Spurs or not. I don't give a toss about Spurs. Why do you and so many Arsenal fans, like, that's all that matters to you? Being above Tottenham, St. Totteringham's Day and all that. Is that the benchmark? Is that how you judge us? Is that where we're looked at now? Is that the target for the year? I'll schedule that. Is that the target? Don't care where we end up. As long as we're above Spurs, then it's been a good season. No. Wrong mentality. Gutter mentality. Wrong. The fact that you even mentioned that. I couldn't care less if we're above Spurs. Right? That's not my benchmark. Right? Let Spurs fans worry about Spurs. Let them worry about their own club. We worry about what we're doing here, yeah? Christ.
We could go above them. So let me ask you a question. If that does happen, does that then mean that Tottenham are in a relegation battle? Because don't forget, we're in a relegation battle now because we lost our first 3 games. So does that mean that Tottenham are in a relegation battle? And just another example, right, of, yes, we lost our first 3 games. What did West Ham do last year? Tony, I tell you. Tony's in the chat.
Tony, tell us, mate. Tell us. Because all we're doing is talking about Spurs, and now we're talking about West Ham. No offence, right? West Ham are my second team. I love West Ham. Got a very, soft spot, Tony. You know that. A lot of my family are West Ham, yeah? I've got a soft spot for him. But let's be honest, I'm an Arsenal fan. Why are we talking about West Ham or Tottenham? Why? Do you know what I mean? Why are we not talking about us and what we're doing and what we're trying to achieve and how we're going to get back up there? But no, all we're doing is talking about Spurs, and now we're talking about West Ham, right? Who's he going to talk about next? Palace? Fulham? Charlton? Are we going for the London clubs here, Terence? Millwall? Are they in there? Unbelievable. Let's carry on.
West Ham lost their first 3 games last year, and where did they end up? They ended up in Europe. I'm not saying that, that's fantastic and, let's all be happy that we lost our first 3 games.
Nah, of course you're not, Tel. Of course you're not, mate. Yeah, go on, carry on, son.
And, we was bottom of the league. No, of course I'm not happy. But you've got to take things into consideration sometimes. You've got to look at the whole situation. And when you do, when you take a breath and you sit back and you look at it, you think to yourself, do you know what? That could happen. And if that...
Sorry. So what you got to do, people? Sit back, take a deep breath, and you know what? And you think to yourself, you know what? That could happen, That could happen. This man's a scholar. Oh, it's comedian at its finest. Terence, your class. Sit back, take a deep breath, think to yourself, you know what? That could happen. Class. Let's carry on. Actually, no, before we do, before we do, I have a super chat here. I've just seen it. Suresh, big up yourself. Suresh, my man. Suresh Lakshmanan. See, come on. I remember this. You said this the other day. Buy pirated, stream pirated, and boycott games. Watching mute at work. It's probably a good thing it's mute, mate. You probably get in trouble for the language. But Terence, mate, if we hold on too long, it'll be hard to get a proper replacement. Fact, mate. Couldn't agree with you more, and that's what I do, mate. I don't even buy stream. Yeah, I ain't paying for this rubbish. Suresh, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. Guys, back to the banter.
That does happen. Then what? We've got 3 or 4 games after that Tottenham game that are pretty winnable and all. We could go on a run. We could go on a little run here and hopefully get ourselves right back up in the mix. I'm not saying that we're going to win the league. I'm not saying that we're going to get top 4. I want to push for that, obviously. But I want to see what this team can do now with all our new players, all of our players that are back from injury. We've got the whole squad to pick from. And with that squad that I said on Saturday, if that stays together with, no injuries, or you pick up one injury and then he comes back and another one, then that's fine. You know what I mean? Then we can carry on and go forward and see where we can get before January, and then hopefully improve the team even more with another 1, 2, 3 players to go forward.
See how he's talking about January now. Didn't Terence say to all of us he's given the manager until Christmas at the very latest? Yeah? Now he's talking about January. Yeah? Now he's talking about the transfer window in January. Now he's talking about getting another 2 or 3 players in. We've just spent 150 million and he seriously thinks we're going to get another 2 or 3 players in January. Seriously, Terence, stay off those drugs, man. Stay off the drugs, bruv. Yeah? It'd be very surprising if he lasts. The way it's going on at the moment, he ain't lasting till Christmas, let alone talking about January. You think this board are going to give him funds for new players? Do you know what? Knowing the board, they probably will do. But yeah, you're giving him till Christmas. That was what you said in a previous stream, and now you're talking about January. This is just going on and on and on.
I don't understand why there's so much negativity with the Arteta outs. I don't mind you being Arteta out.
Hear that again, people? Right, listen. Let's break this down. That's twice now he said that. Right? He doesn't mind Arteta outs. Yeah? He doesn't mind if we're Arteta out. But yet then he's going to dig us out. Yeah? So he does mind, really, doesn't he? He says he doesn't mind, but he does mind. Yeah? Honestly, joker.
But like I said, you can still back your players and your team. You can still come out and say on Saturday, Tommy, what a great game he had. That was his debut. He had a day and a half of training with Arsenal after being on international duty with, is it Japan? I think he comes from where he's from. He had a phenomenal game on when you look at it like that.
This is just getting worse. Do you know what? It's so easy to bury this guy. Honestly, I'm not even breaking sweat here. Do you know what, right? So it's gone from great, outstanding, phenomenal game, yeah? Phenomenal. Terence, we played Norwich, brother. Norwich. Me and you could have probably played at right back and had a decent game. This is Norwich. Yeah? Calm yourself down. See what you just said there? You don't mind if we're Arteta out, but why can't we still back the team and the players? Yeah? When are they backing us, Tel? Yeah? Fans like yourself who spend upwards of £2,000, yeah, for a season ticket to go to the game. On top of that, your travel. On top of that, drinks. You mentioned earlier on you go to the pub after, so you probably spend a little bit of coin in the pub. Yeah? Food at half-time or full-time, something to eat. Yeah? And the travel back home. Yeah? All of that, right? And you're doing that week in, week out. Yeah? So you're spending upwards of, around about £2,000, right? Let's just say, give or take. Yeah? That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. There's a lot of fans who would love to be in that position, but unfortunately they just can't afford it. And as we said earlier on, there's a lot of fans in the chat room right now who live abroad and physically can't make it to the games, right? But you're saying about backing this. So the amount of games, the amount of watch-alongs that me and you did last season, Tel, where we saw players at walking pace, yeah, not really trying, yeah, even when fans could go to the games the season before that when we was doing the watch-alongs, yeah. How many times have I said to you, Terence, when you got young kids with shirts, wearing shirts where they've saved up their pocket money, washing cars, I know of a few, wash cars, do the odd jobs to try and earn that pocket money to get that player's surname on the back of their shirt. They go to the game, yeah, and all they see are these players 2-3-0 down and walking, not running, not busting the gut, yeah? The fans, like yourself, right, who make a great effort to go to the games, and you're rewarded with such a poor work ethic by a lot of these players. But we still have to back them, Terence, yeah? Right? I never hear you talk about the players backing us. I never hear you talk about whether you like the manager or not. These players owe it to the fans to put a performance in and leave everything out on the pitch. I never hear you talk about that. It's always one way, isn't it? The support is always one way. It's always what more can us fans do for them? What more can us fans do for the players? What more can us fans do for the club? And finally, the most important one, Terence, what more can us fans do for this piss-poor manager? Yeah? I never once hear you say what the club can do for us. We're not in Europe anymore. Has your price of a season ticket gone down, Terence? Has the club, right, got in contact with you and said, you know what, as we're not in Europe, right, we're not playing anywhere near the amount of games we normally do. We know times are tough. We know COVID. We know a lot of people have lost their jobs. We know we've not been great on the pitch. We know we've been poor. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to shave off 200-300 quid off your season ticket. Have they said that to you? Have they offered you something? No. What they do, though, Terence, is they bring out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kits a season, don't they? They do that, yeah? Have they taken anything off of your season ticket? No. That's the answer. The answer is no. And I know it's a no because I asked you this 2 weeks ago and you said no, right? So that's when you talk about support, Terence, when you talk about what more can we do for the club? Well, how about the question? How about the question of what more? What can this? Isn't support a two-way street? Why don't the club start supporting us fans, long-suffering fans, right? What more can they do for us? Us. Without us, there is no club. Without us, there is no Mikel. Without us, there is no Edu. Without us, there is no Vinay. And without us, there are no Cronkies. Us, yeah? We're the lifeblood of this club. Never, ever forget that. Never forget that, yeah? Let's carry on. Almost finished, guys.
And even myself, there was loads of people that was umming and ahhing and a bit upset that Arteta took him off. But when you hear afterwards that, you know, he was cramping up and things like that, even Diesel himself said when I spoke to him earlier, you know, you could understand why he took him off. You know, we've got to give these players a little bit of time to bed in and all. But he looks right at home. I'm going to say it now. He looks right at home. And when you've got a solid back four all playing together, right, the confidence grows. So Ben White's confidence will grow even more. Gabriel, you know, playing with someone which is much better than who we've been playing with at the back will do much better. Tierney will have much more confidence. Tommy will gain that confidence with these back three. Lokonga and Partey will be absolutely immense in midfield. And then going forward, you've got Saka and Smith-Rowe and Pepe, Odegaard, you know, and then you've got Aubameyang and Lacazette that will hopefully thrive from that too.
Right, see, really, he's answering. He's basically making my argument for me, guys. Right, before I explain what I mean by that, big up to King Tony as well. Big up to King Tony. Hope you're well, mate. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're good. Big up Vin Diesel, fast and furious as usual. Come on, bruv. You know how they like it. So that's why I have to be fast and furious. Yeah, but this is the only thing where I'm fast and furious in. Everything else, I'm nice, slow, and take my time. If you get my drift, yeah, you know what I'm saying. King Tony, thank you very much, mate. Big up yourself. I really appreciate that super chat. Right, thank you, love it. And do you know what, guys? Right, what? When I say he's making my argument for me, right? See what he just said there. He's naming all these players, right? Good players as well. Smith-Rowe, Saka, Pepe, Tierney, yeah, Gabriel, right? Lokonga, Partey, yeah. Even mentioned Aubameyang there. I personally think that Aubameyang's finished, but you know, it is what it is, right? But if you're looking at that, so what he's basically saying is, when you look at the team we've got, Yeah, he's making my argument for me because that team is a good enough team to be doing a hell of a lot better than what we have been doing for the last 2-3 years. Yeah, he's made my argument for me. It's the manager. Guys, I said this to you yesterday in the stream I did, right? Big up to Chig, yeah, because it's what he said in the other stream, right, that really made me sit up and look at it from that angle and think, do you know what? I coat these players off every single week. I am the first to say these players are no good. They're rubbish. They're not worth their salt. You know, they're not Arsenal caliber players. And yet you look at it, you think, do you know what? When you actually deep it, when you really deep it, right, and you look through this team, yeah, we've actually got the basis of a good team here. It's the coaching that's the problem. And this is what this is where I'm going with it now. Yeah. So am I being too harsh on these players? Yeah. Listen, these players are not. They're not. It's not like we can't. Listen, I'm not giving these players a pass at all. Don't get me wrong. But what I am saying is, how many times have I said to you guys when we do a watch along? I've said it's like 11 strangers out there. These players don't have a clue what they're doing. Game to game, this manager is winging it. He's blagging it, right? And he's not blagging it very well, is he? If we're being honest. But you guys must see it as well. We've got players, when you look at it from back to front, yeah, it's an half-decent team. It is an half-decent team. And yet you look at it and you think these players, they just don't know their jobs. They don't know what they're doing. These players train. This is. I say this every week. These players train every single day. Every day. Surely you must get better. If you're training for a job that you do day in, day out, eventually you're going to get better at your job. Surely. So then you look at the coaching. You're looking at Mikel Arteta. You're looking at Steve Round. You're looking at all his coaches then. You're thinking, what are you teaching these players? What are you are you showing them videos of the previous game? Are you showing these players, look, next time, right, when we play Burnley next week, what are you doing there? All right, when they counter, you don't stay. You stay back. You go over there. You're marking him. You're doing this. You're doing that. Right? No, they're not doing it. It's not the players. It's the manager and the coaching team. I'm so convinced of that now. I am convinced of it. Right? These players are regressing. I said it earlier on, they're not progressing. They're regressing under this manager. Right, I'm telling you now, guys, we've got a good enough squad to be doing a hell of a lot better, right, than what we're doing at the moment. And when you look at Arsenal in 16th position and you reel off all the players that we've got there, right, a lot of the players we've got are decent players. They're good players under a different manager. I'm telling you now, we would get a hell of a lot more out of these players, right? A hell of a lot more out of these players. I'm convinced on that, and I'll put money on it. Big up to Static in the chat as well. That'd be good, mate. Right, let's carry on.
So, for me, yes, there's negatives there, obviously. I understand the negatives. We should have beat Norwich more than one goal. We had 30 chances. 30 chances. More chances on goal than I think it was like 10 years ago when Wenger was the manager. 30 chances. But when it ain't going for you sometimes, that's just the luck of the draw, isn't it? But as long as you get them 3 points, because all I keep hearing from the Arteta app is it's a results business. So you should be happy, surely. You should be happy with that. I know it ain't 1-0, but we won. We got the 3 points. We move forward. We move on. As long as we get the 3 points, that is what that means, isn't it? It's a results business. I don't understand.
I don't understand. I swear this guy is such a comedian. So basically, Terence, right, you don't ever pipe up, right, when we lose games then, do you? Because I don't hear you ever say it's a results business when Arsenal lose. Yeah, but the minute we beat Norwich, we scraped to a 1-0 win against the worst team in the league, slightly worse than us. That's where you suddenly come alive and you pipe up with this result. It's a results business. It's a results business. Yeah? I didn't hear you saying that after Man City. I didn't hear you saying that after Brentford. I didn't even hear you saying that after Chelsea. All those games here that we lost or didn't win last year, yeah, in the manner that we lost, I never heard you once say, it's a results business, Diesel. It's a results business, yeah? But the minute we scrape a 1-0 win against Norwich, out you come with it. It's a results business, and it's a results business, Diesel. And we did win, didn't we? We did win. It's a results business, don't forget. He's lost more games than he's won. That's a fact. Yeah. So if it's a results business, Terence, and you look at his time here, his tenure, He's lost a hell of a lot more games than what he's won. But we can't talk about the games he's lost, can we? Because I don't ever hear you say it's a results business, Diesel. It's a results business. No, but you say it's a results business when we beat Norwich 1-0. Huh? I digress. Cool, that was quite a good accent, wasn't it? Lovely.
I don't understand. So, you know, for me, going forward, like I said, I want to see this team playing for most of the season now. Hopefully no injuries. Obviously, we're going to get injuries. We know that. But if we can keep this side going up until January, keep this sort of winning pattern going now and seeing where we end up, then come January, we can improve on the squad because the foundations have been laid now. That's what I'm saying. The foundations have been laid.
It's another buzzword. The foundations. Buzzword. Yeah? Buzzword. Let's carry on.
They've gone out. Arsenal have backed him, no matter if you agree with that or not. You know, he's brought in 6 players. Most of the players that he wanted, Arteta. So these are his players now. All this time that I've been saying it, Arteta fans have been saying it. Wait until he gets his own players in. These are his players now. Give him a chance. Give this team a chance and see where it goes. You don't know what. All I'm saying, the only thing I don't understand, right, with the Arteta outs is that Arsenal, Arteta, the team, they can't do anything right. Can't do anything right because if they lose, they're a joke. If they win, they're a joke. If they win, you know, oh, it's only Norwich, it's only Burnley, blah blah blah. If they lose, oh, it's all Arteta's fault. It's you know, it's all this and it's all that. There is just no positive feedback from any Arteta out fan out there. None whatsoever. That's what I'm saying. There's no content behind their argument whatsoever. All they've got is we finished 8th. We're bottom of the league. Well, yeah, we are bottom of the league, but why?
We're bottom of the league. Well, yeah, we are bottom of the league. See, come on, Terence, man. Oh, my God, you are the Riddler. You are the Riddler. You are a comedian. You are so funny, Terence. We're 8th. Isn't that enough? Yeah, Arsenal finishing 8th 2 seasons in a row and out of Europe. Those 3 things alone, Terence. Isn't that enough? Do we need to give you more content? Surely, for a club of outstanding, isn't that enough? What more? Seriously? Unbelievable.
Are we bottom of the league? Why? Ask yourself why. Because we had 6 to 9 players out injured. That is a big contribution. Of course,
right. So that's why we're bottom of the league, Terence. We're bottom of the league because we had 6 to 9 players out. Yeah, we haven't scored a goal in 3 games because we had 6 to 9 players out. Yeah, we lost to Brentford. Right, we got bullied against Brentford. They wanted it more, but we lost that game, and we lost it in the manner we lost it because we had 6 to 9 players out. Gotcha. Right. Okay. Chelsea. Man City, we lost those games in the manner that we did because we had 6 to 9 players out. Had we have had those players fit in those 3 games, we would have whooped all of them. Right, gotcha. Let's carry on.
it is. Big contribution to any manager out there. Probably not to Chelsea, probably not to City, because them 2 teams, they could field their first 11. They could field another 11. They could field a third another 11, probably. They could go out there and compete in the Premiership. That's where your foundations were built ages ago. And then even like, this is what I don't understand it.
Foundations. See that buzzword again? Foundations. Yeah. Clock it.
That's right. This is another one. Is that, oh, look what Tuchel's done. They sacked a shit manager apparently in...
Right, hear this, people, because this is where he goes wrong. This is where when you don't do your research, yeah, you get egg on your face. Carry on.
And Lampard, and look, he's come in and he's done this and he's done that. Well, yes, he has. That's great. That's great that he's done that for Chelsea. He come in, he could buy whoever he wanted because he's got the money to go and buy whoever he wanted.
Well, right, okay. Now, anyone, right, now listen. So this is where I thought, this is where it turns interesting. Because what Terence is basically saying, what he thinks is Tommy Tuchel come in, yeah, bought players, and then went on to win the Champions League, right? But no, he didn't, Terence. He came in when the transfer window was shut. He came in and picked up a team who were on the floor under Frank Lampard. Let's have it right. They were that bad, Chelsea. Even we beat them. Yeah, and we're poor, right? We beat Chelsea, Terence. That team was on the floor. They weren't playing for Frank. Yeah, Tommy comes in, Tommy Tuchel. Yeah, and with those same players, Terence, he didn't buy anyone. He couldn't. He couldn't. He come in the 3/4 of the way through the season. He changed their philosophy, their style of play in 1 or 2 training sessions, right? You saw an instant change in those players because a proper manager came in, a proper tactician came in, right, and turned those players ship shape. Yeah, picked those players up from the floor, right, and got them playing like that. It can be done, Terence, but people like you, yeah, because you hide behind this manager and you protect this manager, right? Tommy Tuchel doing that, guys, doing that at Chelsea was the worst thing that could have happened for Arteta. You know that. That's how I look at it. Yeah, because finally, yeah, we've got an example of something that's happened right in front of us in our league of a manager who can come in, pick up a team who were on the floor in double quick time, and look what he turned them into. Those same players. You know, if I'd said to you at the time, Frank's been sacked, they've just hired Tommy Tuchel, yeah, and I think he's going to take them that exact same squad, and I reckon he's going to win the Champions League. How many people, right, how many of you guys would have heard me say that and thought, oh, Diesel, listen, you're having a laugh, you're on drugs or something, yeah? Right? Because you've just seen a team who have been on the floor, yeah? On the floor. This man comes in, picks them up in double quick time, yeah? Gets a style of play going in double quick time and takes them all the way to the Champions League final in which they win. Yeah, and the FA Cup final, which I think they lost to Leicester. Yeah, 2 finals. The more important one is the one that they won. Those were the same players under Frank, right? It can be done. It can be done. And that was the worst thing to happen to Arteta because now they're hiding behind it and they'll try and make excuses for it. Yeah, well, he's got all the money in the world. Yeah, but he didn't spend no money though, did he? He couldn't. He had to work with what he had. That's a proper manager. But what do? All we do is, we protect this manager. Yeah. Oh, unless he's got all of his players on the pitch. If he's got all of his players on the pitch, then he'll win games. If he, out of the 10, 11, 12 players he's got, if one of them, Diesel, if one of them is injured and we lose, that's the reason why. Because he never had all 9, 10, 11, 12 players of his on the pitch. Yeah. That's basically what he's saying to me. Yeah, Tommy Tuchel, not one of them Chelsea players were his. They were all Frank's. They weren't his. Yeah, he took a bunch of players that weren't his and look what he did with them. Yeah, it can be done, people. Right? So don't let this man fool you. It can be done. Let's digress.
All he had to do was go and buy 1 or 2 players that he really liked and would like in his team. Because you know why? The foundations are already there. The players are already...
Gotta pause it, people, because I heard that word again. Foundations. The foundations, people. The buzzword. Foundations. The foundations. Diesel, if you don't know about the foundations, you don't know football, my friend. Arteta's got foundations. He's building foundations. Buzzword. Let's carry on.
Already there. Right? Would Tuchel go to Crystal Palace and done that and made them into a top 4 side?
Do you know what? What a question. Why would you ask that? What does it matter? That's irrelevant. He's done it at Chelsea, Tel. He's done it. Why are you trying to make out, oh, yeah, but what? Come on, man. Just like put your hands up and say it can be done. My God, because you're reaching now. This is very... Now you're getting... It's obvious what you're trying to do. It's obvious. It's obvious. Yeah, you're stuck in the corner now, Terence. You've got nowhere to turn, right? You've got nowhere to turn. It's been proven, right? It's been proven. You've seen it, and now you're trying to get out of it by. What does it matter whether he goes to Palace? He went to a team, right? Chelsea are better than us, but at the time, Terence, that their players were on the floor. right? All you look at is technical ability and better players. I look at everything, the mentality of the players. Yeah, the moods in the dressing room. It was at an all-time low. They were on the floor. Even we beat them. My God, any team who gets beat by Arsenal, you know they got problems, bruv. Right? So come on. Those same players, he picks them up in double quick time like that. That wasn't a process. That was an instant process. My God, you're reaching, Terence. Come on. Better than this.
No, we wouldn't, because the foundations ain't there.
Let me pause it. Foundations. There's that word. How many times has he said that on this stream? The foundations. The foundations. If you don't know about the foundations, Arteta, foundations. Buzzword, Diesel. Foundations. You have to see it. Ben White, Ramsdale, Laconga, Odegaard, foundations, Diesel, foundations. Let's carry on.
Up there, and would he even go there in the first place to do a project like that? No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. So again, look at the situation that you're talking about, and look at the whole context. Yes, obviously Tuchel was going to go there. He's got the foundations already.
I got to pause it.
Buy any players, really.
Oh my God, this is getting ridiculous now. He just said it again. The foundations. Tuchel had the foundations. Foundations. The F word. Foundations. He had the foundations. Foundation. Let's see if he says it again, people. Let's see if he says it again. Let's carry on.
But what they'll do is they go and do, look, Man United used to do. Diesel picked up on it earlier on with Sir Alex Ferguson. The reason why he was so successful is that he had all the foundations there.
Oh! Oh my God. Do you know what? When I said that, I genuinely didn't think he was going to say it again, and he has. Oh my God. The foundations. Someone said in here, Kate Nash, I think she did actually. The foundations. Jimmy D, you're right. I need to ban that word. I need to ban it. Foundations. Go on, Terence, your favourite word. Foundations. Next time he's on the stream, we all have to spam the chat. Even I'll do it. Foundations, Terence. Foundations. Right. Carry on. Let's see if he says it again.
Yeah, he'd go out and he'd buy one or two fantastic players to take him on. That's all Chelsea's got to do. That's all Man City's got to do. That's all they've got to do if they sack Pep. That's all they've got to do if they sacked Tuchel. That's all they've got to do. They haven't got to rebuild. They haven't got to hit the reset button. Arsenal's been going backwards for years and years and years. And he was right to pick up on that, Diesel, earlier on about Arsene Wenger. Yes, you know, for the first 10 years, he was absolutely phenomenal at Arsene Wenger. But then after that, for the next 11 years, yes, he might have kept us in the top four. Yes, he won us a few FA Cups. That obviously was fantastic. But all I keep hearing from Arteta is that we want to win trophies. We want to win the league. We want to win this. Exactly why we got rid of Wenger. He took our team so far backwards, it was unreal. Getting rid of the undefeated side.
See, Terence, you're starting to drift now because you know you're losing the argument, so you're starting to drift onto what I was talking about. Because this is the one thing that me and you agree on, Terence, Arsene Wenger. We do agree on that. My question to you is, when you defend this manager that we currently have, the first thing you mention is he won 2 trophies. And you bang on about the FA Cup all the time. Well, we had a manager, Terence, who was winning FA Cups, right? Arsene Wenger. So if that's the case and you're happy with just the FA Cup, if that's all you're interested in, because you bang on about it all the time with this manager, then why did you want Wenger out? Because Wenger was doing a hell of a lot more than what Arteta was doing. Wenger was winning an FA Cup every other couple of years. So if that's the case and that's what you're happy with and that's the benchmark and that that's enough for you, why did you want this manager out? I don't understand that. Can you please answer that question? We have a few super chats here. The McChronicle, it's the foundations. It's the foundations, McChronicle. And if you can't see the foundations, McChronicle, you don't know what you're seeing. You don't know football. You can't see the vision. You can't see the vision of this man, what he's trying to implement. Big up. McChronicle, thank you very much, mate. Top man. Thank you very much. Love you. Love you. And we've got a few others as well. Blimey, like buses, these, aren't they? They come very quick. King Tony, another one. Tell covering Kate Nash's foundations. Foundations. Do you know what? That's cool, isn't it? Someone needs to meme that. And I'll tell you something. If he ever brought out a song and he called it that, that would probably pop. That would bang. King Tony, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. I cannot believe it. Of all the streams I've done over the last year and a half, 2 years, I've never come across a word as frequent as that. Someone needs to count how many times he has said that word in his stream last night. It is unbelievable. You'd probably be there for days trying to count. It is mad. King Tony, much appreciated, mate. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. Where there was another one, there was another one. I'm so sorry. Where is it? God, these comments are going mad. DJ Crane, big up yourself, my cousin. Come on. DJ Crane, thank you very much, mate. He's put Terry is an NFL franchise fan. Go out for a tailgate party knowing their team is crap and might win, but it's a cookout and fun outside the stadium. Mate, do you know what? That is exactly it, you know. It's a day out. It's not really about the football, though, DJ Crane, is it? It's about meeting up with the boys, having a few pints. Cheeky pint. Come on. Yeah? Getting tanked up on the piss, on the sauce, and you go home happy. Right? And then you've got match of the day that night. That's it. It's a day out. That's all it is. Guys, listen, I know it's getting on, and I've been doing this 2 hours and 15 minutes. We're going to do 5 more minutes, right? And then we'll finish, yeah? Because I'm starving.
In 18 months, we never replaced 11 players, and we just slowly went backwards and backwards, unfortunately. And now we're trying to hit that reset button.
Right, I'm going to pause it because I want 200 likes. We've got 186 likes. Can we please, come on, I've put a shift in tonight. Yeah, you've seen me bury this guy week on week. I don't think I've buried him as hard as what I have tonight, because this time I've actually broken down every single thing he's saying. He can't come back from this. And he will try and find a way, actually. Let's see how long it takes him to do a comeback. But yeah, I want 200 likes. I don't think I'm being greedy. I think that's the least you guys can do. So please smash those likes and also subscribe. Please subscribe, because you know me, I've got a big mouth from me. I will never shut up. I will keep going on and on and on. I will be heard. So thank you very much. Head groundsman, you said it best, mate. Smash the like button. London boys, smash it. Just even for the foundations. The foundations! Smash the likes, please, people. Lovely. Thank you very much. Right, let's carry on.
And once these players bed in and we move forward, results start coming, the next transfer window comes and we can add another 2 or 3 players to this squad, then we will move on even more. The foundations have already been built now.
Oh! Let me pause it. Oh, my God, Terence. Oh, my God, you have been found out. I cannot wait until you get back on this stream. Oh, my God. Foundations. He said it again. Oh, Terence, the foundations. The foundation. In fact, let me play it again. I want to see how he said it.
Still the crap. We've still got a few to catch. These players bed in and we move forward. Results start coming. The next transfer window comes and we can add another 2 or 3 players to this squad. Then we will move on even more. The foundations have already been built.
And then we will move on even more. The foundations would have been built by then, and we will have a good foundation for these players to improve on the foundation and to get that foundation to a high level. And then when we're winning all these trophies, we will have the best foundation in the Premier League. And no other club in the Premier League can match our foundation, because our foundation is the best. And our foundation is a foundation that all these other clubs in the Premier League want to do. They want to copy us because of our foundation. And there is nothing better in the league than our foundation. And all the other clubs are going to see our foundation and they're going to want to copy our foundation because they know our foundation is the best. Oh my God, Terence, really? My God, that's unbelievable. Let's carry on.
No. right? The foundations have been built. We've got rid of most.
You said it again.
Oh.
Do you know what? If I keep pausing this every time he says foundations, we're going to be here all bloody night. Let's just carry on.
To carry on with. Don't get me wrong. Still got a few that needs to go. But right now is the start. Was against Norwich. Was that the best thing is that we had 5 or 6 of our brand new players and all of our injured players back. And you will see that going forward now, moving forward. I think Burnley will be a different game for us altogether. I think the consistency will start coming out now. The team will start gelling together. And hopefully we get that win against Burnley going into Tottenham the week after at our ground, at home. And if we do, because I don't think they're going to beat Chelsea, we could beat them and go above them on that weekend. I mean, and I still bet you my life on it, the negativity around it still will be, oh, but it's only Tottenham. They've got 6 players out. Son's out. You know, whoever else is out and this player's out and Arsenal didn't really do this. You know what I mean? But there's still be the negativity around Arsenal. No matter, listen, it's a true fact now. No matter what Arsenal does or Arteta does, they don't want him to succeed. All this rubbish that I want him to prove me wrong. No, they don't. They don't want him to prove him wrong. You just want him out. That's it. That's the end of it. You want him out. You want a different manager, and that's it. Let's be honest. Even if Arteta, right, it's so stupid to say, but even if Arteta won the Champions League with Arsenal, the Arteta outs would still wouldn't really be happy with that deep down. They wouldn't. Yes, they'd be over the moon that Arsenal have won the Champions League for the first time. Of course they would be. But that is not their manager.
See, personally, guys, I know we've had a laugh tonight and we've had a lot of banter with this, yeah. I personally I find that a bit insulting, if I'm honest with you, because what he's basically saying is if Arteta in this dream world, I mean, we can't even get into the Europa League, let alone the Champions League, right? But let's just, for argument's sake, let's just go with what he said there. So what he's basically saying, if Arteta did happen to win the Champions League with Arsenal, us Arteta outs wouldn't be entirely happy like we would be because our club have just won the Champions League, but we'd be bitter at the fact that it was him who won it. Terence, newsflash, I don't think we'd be bothered one little bit about him being our manager. I think we'd be too ecstatic to see Arsenal win the Champions League. I think that's a little bit insulting. Come on, man. You're better than that, bruv. You're reaching now. Come on, seriously. I know you're a comedian, and I know you're funny, and I know you're trying to make us laugh. But seriously, that's really crossing the line, bruv. Come on. I know you don't believe that. Yeah, I'll let you off because you're obviously smoking something. It's probably worn off by now. I'm hoping that's the drugs talking and not you. Yeah, let's carry on.
They don't want Arteta to do that. They want a different manager in. That's simple and easy. But, you know, this is just my own opinions, like I said. And if you go to the ground on a Saturday, you will hear this all over the place. That's what I'm saying. The positivity, the backing of the club is everywhere around the club. You know, I know a lot of people, when Lee Gunner watches this, he'll probably call me out on it and say, this is why Arsenal are like where we are and our fan base are like where we are.
And do you know what, Tel, it wouldn't be wrong, would he? Because I'm doing that with you now. People like you, I love you to bits, right? Away from Arsenal, I love you to bits. But when it comes to this club, I'm sorry, I will never, ever get on board with you because your mentality is in the gutter. And I've told you that on the phone. I've told you that on here. I've told you that in private. I've told you that in public. It is in the gutter. It's absolutely disgusting how you can still back what's going on here. And for you to basically say that the fans who go to the stadium, their opinions are the ones that really count. And the people who don't get to go to the games, our opinion doesn't count because that's what I'm hearing. That is just wrong on so many levels. Fans like you, love you to bits, but I've got to be honest, fans like you are part of the problem, Tel. You are part of the problem. You deserve what's going on right now with this club. We are sinking further and further without trace, and a large part of that blame goes towards the fans like yourselves, who just you don't aspire to be anything anything better than what we are now. You're happy with this. Yeah. Arsenal could get relegated. You will still spend your 2,000 plus season ticket. You'll still do it. Like you'll still buy the kits. You'll still, you know what I mean? It's you know, it's a shame. It's sad. It's a shame. It really is. It's a shame from where you've come from as well. You know, we've both come from, you know, growing up, seeing this once beautiful, mighty, brilliant club, classy tradition, Bank of England club. Yeah, to seeing what it is now, it's a shell of its former self. And you know what? I notice it and I call it out. Fans like yourself, you're happy with it. You're happy with mediocrity. You know, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't get what this manager has done in the time he's been here for you to continue backing this man. Yeah, and anyone who dares speak out about this manager, you just go against like that. I don't understand it. I'm so sorry. I just don't. I never will get it. Suresh Lakshmanan, big up yourself, mate. Thank you very much once again. Buy pirated, stream pirated, and boycott games. Hope I'm wrong, but reality is Arteta lost the dressing room. Got to watch this stream with sound tonight, mate. I'll tell you something. It's a long stream. Don't get me wrong. If you've got 2.5 hours spare, watch it, mate. Because I'll tell you something now. Yeah, and make sure you have your popcorn handy because we've just got you guys. Honestly, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But have we not had a proper laugh tonight with this? It's been quality, isn't it? Absolutely. Do you know what? The fact that it's 11:30 right now in the UK. It's 11:30 at night, and there's still 185 people watching me right now. Yeah, you've all had a laugh. I've treated you guys tonight. Yeah, I've treated you. I'm telling you now. You've probably seen something so funny. It's the funniest thing on YouTube, in my opinion. The delusion is at its finest. Yeah, this is Terry at his absolute best. It's just quality. I cannot believe what I'm hearing.
No, it's not. Stop looking at Twitter. Stop looking at Instagram. Stop looking at YouTube channels and all this propaganda.
Stop looking at YouTube channels. What are we, Tell? Oh, class. All right, let's carry on.
From all the Arteta out people. Listen, like I said, the atmosphere was fantastic Saturday.
Oh,
We're
so
fully
you said.
behind the club, fully behind the team. And me personally, I'm fully behind Arteta to take us forward still. So,
take us forward. Oh, God, this man's a joker. Oh, let's carry on.
What I'm going to do is, I haven't got that much more time, so I'm going to give it another 10 minutes, guys, and I'm going to open it up to the people in the chat. Anyone that wants to ask me anything or just give your thoughts, I will try and get as many up as possible within the next 10 minutes. And like I said, you know, this is just my thing. Ben Hood, thank you very much. Terry, you are a Muppet. Well, and what? And what, Ben? Thank you very much for your comment. I totally appreciate that, mate.
Ben Hood, you're a legend.
But, you know, I'm just supporting my club, mate. That's all I'm doing, supporting my club. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, but you're not though, Terence, are you? You're not supporting the club, are you? You're supporting this manager. Arsenal FC, not Arteta FC, but you are supporting this manager. This manager can do no wrong. Guys in the chat, Chris Davison, Static, Niall Kane, Craig Malloy, AJ Byer, all of you guys. How many times have I said this? How many times have I said Mikel Arteta could literally, hear me, guys, 195 people in the chat right now as I say this. Right, listen to me. How many times have I said this, guys? Mikel Arteta could literally be walking down the road, right? And there could be a girl walking towards him. He could just out of nowhere just slap this girl around the face. Yeah. Terence would still try and find a reason as to why he did that. He'd probably come out and say something along the lines of, well, she looked at him funny, Diesel. She looked at him funny. So he had to wallop her one, didn't he? I can see why he did it. I'd have done the same thing if she'd looked at me the wrong way. Yeah, that is Terence. This man can do no wrong in Terence's eyes. And it's really, really sad. Let's carry on.
I don't understand why that upsets so many people. You know, Arteta out people don't upset me. That's their own view. I wouldn't call them Muppets. It's just a view on football. I may be totally wrong. But, you know, we will soon see, mate. Thank you for your comment, though. What else we got? Craig, he said, Terry, we won't qualify for Champions League. Never mind win it with Arteta. Well, Craig.
Go on, Craig.
Again, that's what I'm saying. But, like I said, come the next two games, we could be above Tottenham.
Thank you, Noel.
We could be above Tottenham. Obviously, we might not be. We might lose against Burnley and Tottenham and be further in trouble and be in relegation like most of the Arteta out people keep saying. But, on the other hand, if we do win the next two games, we could be above Tottenham. You know, the team that was top of the league.
Sure, he keeps on talking about Tottenham. Yeah, it makes me laugh, guys. Honestly, it really makes me laugh. I just don't understand why. What is this thing he's got against? He's got about Tottenham. Do you really care about Tottenham, Tel? Do you really care where we? Like, is that the benchmark for you? Like, I don't understand it. You keep talking about Tottenham. You spoke about West Ham earlier on. You know what I mean? Chelsea. You know, like, but it's always Tottenham. It's always we could be. Come on. I mean, Christ. Mentality. Oh,
that won it in August. Just saying, it could happen. Right, what else we got? Default dude, hope you well. What are you talking about? If Arteta won the Champions League, he would be an Arsenal legend. But Arteta can't even get in the Conference League. I'm just giving you my opinion, default dude. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, guys. I think. Hang on. Is anything more? I think that's about it, really. Hang on.
Nothing. The reason after they lost the Champions League final was the reason why they sacked, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, the manager, and now he's at PSG, is because he said he needs to rebuild again. But Levy didn't think that. He thought he had the squad there to take them forward. Still, because they just got in the Champions League final and they've just lost it.
Hang on a minute. Is he talking about Spurs yet again? Huh? Oh, my God. And people tell me, go down the lane and support the Spuds. You'd think he was a Spurs fan, wouldn't you? He keeps talking about him, guys. He's so obsessed with Tottenham. I don't understand. What has Tottenham got to do with us? Seriously. It's unbelievable. Do you know what, guys? Look, I've shown you enough. I ain't got to carry on. That's the last 5 minutes of his stream and he's just reading out questions, yeah? I've shown you enough. It's getting late now. I've been there, 2.5 hours. My throat is sore. I need a cigarette. But look, I've shown you enough. I'm so glad. Excuse me. I'm so glad, right? And I mean this, all joking aside, right? I'm so glad I've been buzzing actually because you feed off the people in the chat, and you guys in the chat have been absolutely class. No matter what, you always hear. No matter what time of stream we do, what time of day, you guys are the, you're always the regulars here. And we've had so many new people in here tonight as well. My whole thing is not to embarrass Terence. Yeah, it really isn't. Right? Yes, we have a bit of banter with it, but he reminds me so much of Mikel Arteta in the sense of, at first, there's so many people saying, I feel a bit sorry for Mikel. And then when you hear some of the nonsense he comes out with in his press conferences, you think to yourself, but hang on a minute, it's very hard to feel sorry for someone who just puts his foot in it all the time. He doesn't help himself. And I look at Terence. Terence is very much like that. He comes out with a stream last night, and if I'm honest, I thought it was a stand-up comedy show. I really did. Excuse me. God, I say I've been talking all night. I thought it was comedy. I thought it was a joke. I thought I watched the first 10 minutes and I thought he's having a laugh here. What is this, an audition? Is this an audition for what, comedy club? I mean, like, seriously, that's what I thought it was. And I carried on watching and I realised, oh my God, he's actually serious. He actually means all this. He's talking about Spurs all the time. He's talking about the fact, that word foundations. Whoever said that comment earlier on about putting it on a t-shirt, I might just do that because that would bang. That would bang. Yeah. Foundations. I mean, seriously, all these buzzwords, like, oh my God, it's just absolutely unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But you know what? I had to do that. I just had to break it down. It's very, very hard at the moment. You heard him. It's very hard at the moment, obviously, to get us both on here. as well. So I just thought, you know what, instead of like doing my usual, the way I bury him, I thought, let me just actually delve deep into his stream last night and I can break that down bit by bit. Because for me, I don't come on here with a script or I don't write notes or whatever. It goes with it. I just go with the flow. Yeah, because when you're speaking in facts and you're not deluded, when you're speaking in facts, you don't need a pen and paper. You can just talk. You can talk about the subjects, yeah? I'm a very passionate Arsenal fan. Very passionate. But at the same time, people, I'm not a dickhead. Do you know what I'm saying? If this club aren't doing what I expect them to do, I'm not pumping my hard-earned money into it. I'm just not doing it. Yeah, that's why I don't pay for Sky. That's why I don't buy any of the kits. That's why I don't go to games. Yeah, I won't do it. I won't pay for it. If I get a ticket free or whatever, or someone says that I've got a ticket spare, come, I'll go. Yeah, I ain't getting no hot dog in there. I ain't getting no beer. I ain't getting no burger or anything like that. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? And it's not about, a money thing because I can afford to go. It's not about that. It's the principle of it. I can't sit on here, yeah, and preach to you guys about I ain't doing this, I ain't buying that, I ain't buying that kit, I ain't going to the game, I ain't buying a ticket, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. And then I go and do it. Yeah. I'm sorry, I won't do that. And this is the thing. This is the thing. I'm hard on this club, yeah, because I've seen this club in the good times. It hurts. Yeah, it really hurts, right, to see just how far we've fallen now. And what hurts is the lack of ambition. I can understand if this club have got ambition, but it's just not working out. But they're trying things. They're doing ambitious things and they're not coming off. That's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing. But it's like, how far do we have to fall until something changes at this club? We all know this manager is not good enough. He's nowhere near good enough. This is his first managerial job. How can your first job in management be Arsenal? It's unheard of. It's too big a job. I said to you guys earlier on in the chat, very quickly, I said this to you. Pep Guardiola, for me, my opinion, is the best manager currently in world football. I love Pep, right? But let's not get that twisted. If Pep came to Arsenal, oh my God, it'd probably be the biggest job he's ever had. And he's had some big jobs. But this is a big job in it. This is a job in itself. And if it's a big job for him, right, what's it going to be like for this guy? And this is the problem. This is the problem. We all see it. Yeah? I don't enjoy, believe it or not, guys. I know you might. I don't enjoy coming on here and because it's my club. I've grown up with, I've grown up in Islington. Do you know what I'm saying? It's my club. I hate doing it. I don't like doing it. Yeah? But they're not helping themselves. I'm sick and tired. I'm seeing people. We're in a pandemic at the moment, or we was. COVID, all you're reading about is, we've all lost loved ones. A lot of people have lost their jobs. So many people out of work. Every job, even a cleaning job, like, you've got 300 people going for that one cleaning job. You're reading all this stuff. And times are hard at the moment. And all I'm seeing is multi-millionaire players turning up when they want to, not really giving a toss about this club. Yeah, right? They can put in an absolutely shocking performance, but they know they're going to get picked again next week. So there's no motivation, right? There's no incentive for them to perform week in, week out at this club. But us as a fan base, if we didn't stand for that and we all united, was in unison with each other, these players would not dare do that because they wouldn't get away with it. Yeah? But as Terence said there, a lot of the fans who go to the stadium, they're just happy to be back at the football. Right? It's a day out, the prawn sandwich brigade, right? That's all it is, and that's the problem, guys. That's why I say to you, this fan base is infested. This is why. And a large part of where we are at the moment is down to this fan base because they accept it. They've allowed, right, the mediocrity of the club and the lack of ambition and the lack of standards and the mentality. They've allowed that subliminally to seep into their mindset. Yeah, so as the club is sinking year in, year out, so are the mentality of the fans. But there are still a few of us who look at it and think, nah, you might want to drop. You might, I ain't. Yeah, but if you can't support the club and if you can't see the foundations, if you can't see what he's trying to do, you're not an Arsenal fan. I suggest, Diesel, you go down the lane and start supporting the Spurs. And that's how they try and suck you in. That's how they try and get you, yeah? But no, you have a strong mind, guys. You guys in the chat, very intelligent people that we have here. Do not fall for that. Have your own mind. Don't be a sheep. Don't follow people, yeah? Aspire to be the best. It's the same in football as it is in life. I say this all the time. A lot of you guys have got kids. Yeah, you want your kids to be number one. You want your kids to be best. You want your kid to beat Billy over there and Johnny over there, and you know what I mean, and Tommy over there. No, number one, aspire. You want your kids to be the best. Yeah, it's what any decent parent wants. It works the same in football. If this is your club and you support this club, you want your club to aspire to be the best. If your club tell you something year on year they're breaking their promises to you and they're lying to your face, after a while, as fans, you've got to look at it and think, nah, no more. Nah. I believed it once. I followed it once. I listened to you once. You say this to us every single year, and every year you do not deliver. We get worse. I'm not falling for it anymore. No, I'm standing up now. I'm not having it. And that's what more fans need to do. And the minute we do that, the club will change. I guarantee you guys, the mentality of this club will change because it will have to. Yeah? Because what Terence fails to tell you guys is it's our club. Believe it or not, without us, there is no Arsenal. Yeah, and a lot more people need to start realizing that it's our club. It was ours before they got here. It's going to be ours after they leave. Yeah, these ain't Arsenal fans. They couldn't give a toss about the club. They're here for the P. We're here, right? We have an emotional attachment to this club, and we will be here. My kid will be here. Your kid will be here. Their kids will be here. We will all be here. And for that reason and that reason alone, it's our club. And Craig Malloy, thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Diesel, this is for you, bro. Go and get your steak. Come on. I'm going to go and get it right now. Thank you, Craig. Thank you very much. I think we've got one more as well. Guys, you guys have been fantastic tonight. Thank you very much. I see... Stephen Freakley, big up yourself. Steve, Stelios. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. Did we not have another super chat? We did, didn't we? Oh, Suresh. I swear you've got a stutter, bruv. Suresh Lakshmanan, buy pirated, stream pirated, and boycott games. Go have your tea. I'll get back to work. No, thank you, mate. No, I really appreciate that. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. There's still 165 people watching right now, and it's 11:45. You guys are mad. But listen, my God, what a loyal bunch we've got here. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Mike England, 3 hours-ish. Love it. Listen, when it's something you're passionate about, you can just talk all day and all night on this. If it was any earlier, I'd carry on, trust me. Because I swear there's probably still a little bit of gold dust in the last 5 minutes of Terence's stream there. There's more I could find. I'm telling you now, I guarantee if I went on for another 10 minutes right now, I could find out more, right? Hell, he'd probably even say foundations more, yeah? I want someone to count how many times he said it in that stream, though, and let me know, yeah? Because I'll tell you what, that would be absolutely, that'd just be quality. But guys, listen, absolute pleasure. Arteta out, as you know. Please slap the likes. Please subscribe. We need to really get this channel going now. I'm trying to do as much content as possible. You guys deserve at least one stream every day, and I swear to God, I'm really trying to do it. We've actually had a good week, actually, because, this is probably the most we've done. In fact, we had 2 yesterday. I mean, come on, when have we ever had 2 in a day on this stream? It's been a while, hasn't it? But it's the least we can do, because I actually do enjoy doing this. And it's good to obviously talk to you guys as well. So yeah, smash the likes. I think we hit the 200 likes. Someone can, before I go, can someone tell me how many likes we got? I'd really appreciate that. Adam Lana, Kenny Kennel, League Gunner will put Terence in his place. No need, Adam. I've done it tonight, bruv. Watch it all back. You'll see what I've done. Fraser Matthew, big up yourself. Thank you very much, London boy. You know, if you press play, you're going to hear Foundations a lot more days. Mate, I guarantee there's 5 more minutes, right? I've done the majority of that stream, London boy, but there's 5 more minutes. Yeah, I guarantee you now, in that 5 more minutes, he'll probably say it another 4 or 5 times. Yeah, trying to blind us with science, isn't he? So, yeah. Craig Malloy, Diesel, do more streams in the afternoon if you can. Right, noted. I shall do, mate. No worries. Stephen Featley, Stelios. Subscribe to Steve Featley, please, people. Would appreciate that. Jimmy D, cheers, Diesel. Brilliant stream tonight. See you guys soon. AJ Byatt, thank you very much, mate. Amazing stream, Diesel. You are world class. Oh, stop it. You're making me blush, AJ. Come on. Look, you see how red I'm going. Very hard for somebody with my skin complexion, but you know what I'm saying, yeah? We won't go down that road because I'll probably wish to this PC world now, so probably so much I can't say. But listen, we've got 207 likes. Brilliant. It's an absolute result. Thank you very much. Share this on your because listen, we need to out this. I want just for the foundations thing alone. So share this on all your social media platforms because this is going to go viral. It's going to be quality. Foundations, Terence, foundations. If you can't see what he's doing, foundations. Edu was on about foundations. Arteta, foundations. I'll leave you with that. Guys, pleasure. Arteta out. Love yous. Probably will be back tomorrow. I'm going to do another stream tomorrow. Yeah, so love yous and I'll see you soon. Good night and God bless. Love yous.